Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother Clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, everybody. Hi. Already so much chatter. Oh, and Freddie's already in the mix. He says hello. Hi, everyone. Who have we got? A couple of really early ones. Hey, Bobay. Hi, Kex. You're still awake. Hi, Furball. Hi, Aquafizzy. Pulling another all-nighter to... Oh, why am I doing this when I can be like... hang on. Wait, there. Yeah, pulling another all-nighter to study for a criminal procedure? Thank goodness for something to distract you. What kind of criminal procedure can you share with the class, please? Oh, no, now I've broken it. Oh, what's happened? Oh, no, I've got it. Okay. New technology. Hi, Totally Loony. Hi, Spicy Ginger. Hello. Hey, Helix. Hi, Kremlings. You feel like this should be Vera dinner time because you're overdue for dinner and she's on a chicken schedule. Well, you're slightly ahead, though, because you're in New Zealand, so... I'm also a night owl, so I do eat dinner quite late. Hey, Darcy Diamonds. Did you just change your name? Were you Diamond Darcy, or is there coincidentally an inverse of names? Hey, Coco. Hi, Joke. Voting for Rachel Talk because Foodie is too much like your mother as well. Feeling pretty vulnerable today. I don't know if I can stay for Foodie Talk. I understand that. I understand that completely. Probably be falling asleep to the stream. Hey, Freddie. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So much is going on. So much. So how is everybody today? How are we doing? Basing off your lunchtime, I was basing off your lunchtime. I swear your lunch is like 11, so I feel this is plenty of house gap. Tracking my meal intakes, I appreciate the care, thank you. Foodie's always been more gross than interesting. Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. So I was ever so slightly detecting a little bit of Rachel weariness, and I like to keep things interesting, and I like to, keep up with what everyone's feeling, and because we're all here to have a bit of fun, and ultimately, from my perspective, I don't really care who we're following because I have so much fun in these live streams that I'm happy to watch whoever you all want to watch. So I thought, okay, I'll come prepared and I'll have 3 things to choose from and people can just pick. And turns out I was wrong about the Rachel weariness. Oh no, joke, you had a super rough day. Happy to be here though. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully the evening will be better for you and, maybe tomorrow is a new day. And sorry, I was just looking at something. Oh, now it looks like another system is working. I don't even know what is going on with this technology. I'm so sorry, my nuggets. Does this work? Oh no, okay. My 2 systems are talking. Never mind. Getting technical behind the scenes here. We shall continue. There's a birthday? Whose birthday is it? Babs Bunny? Baby Bunny? Happy birthday! Can we get some celebration in the chat? You would have picked Foodie, but Rachel talking about Emily again intrigued you too much. Yes. So I'll end the poll. What we'll do, because I think we might get to a couple, but it looks like Amber Lynn is coming in second as well. Awesome. Okay, because I had things organized, and now that I'm thinking of it, my community tab was not working earlier. I'm just going to see if it's working now, because somebody actually finished my crochet pattern that I released, and no, I can't show you. It's not working. I don't know. It's been broken all day, so I'll try and remember on my next stream. We shall be good. I'm going to end the poll very, very shortly. If you haven't voted, get your vote in now. It's looking like Rachel, and then Amber, and then Foodie. And I am down for that. I think that's good. Chicken butts for your birthday, yay! Need to make it party hat chicken emoji. I should. I actually kind of did that for my my channel's 1 year and birthday. So that would be a very easy addition. Oh, it's March. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Chicken daddies. Whose birthday's in March other than Babs Bunny? One moment, my nuggets. Thank you so much for reminding me. I fully would have forgotten tonight. Fully. Where are my chicken daddies? I have lost my chicken daddies. Oh dear, it's all over now. Seriously, where have I put them? My downloads folder kind of looks like, you know, the pinboard of a crime scene where there's just things all over the place. I haven't tidied it up. Okay, I found it. Are you ready? This is for my March birthday nuggets. This is your chicken daddy. He is glorious. Your hubby's birthday's in March. Well, there you go. Dead Not Sleeping, you can now show him his chicken daddy. And notice, I actually didn't notice this. Can you see this up here? This is a rooster also in drag, but in the same sort of tutu. I didn't notice that before. Oh, you're in love. Your birthday's in March too. Avora, awesome. Okay, I'm going to end this poll. We are going to cover Rachel by a landslide yet again. More than happy to do so. And then if we have time, we'll look at Amber Lynn, which is an apathetic facts edit. And then if we have time after that, we'll look at Foodie. I sincerely doubt, given our track record, my nuggets, that we will get to Foodie. We all know how to chat. This is the perfect chicken daddy for your husband. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Isabel. You look forward, your birthday is on the 1st of April. Oh my goodness. Not me waking up at 2:10 a.m. to watch your mother clucking friends. Please look after your sleep, everyone. It's important too. I love it. Okay, so the Rachel video, where are we up to? Shall we look at her stats really fast? I always really enjoy doing this, but we did have a little uptick, but just slightly, just a little, just a scooch. She's still not making massive grounds, although what was this? What big video did she delete? 127,000 views. That video was a big video. Doesn't matter, I've got it. What you doing, Rachel? Being sus? I wonder if she's getting privacy strikes and things like that from Emily. I wonder if that's what's going on. Interesting. Now you're curious. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of, I want to do a Hungry Fat Chick video for my next video that I'm going to do. This is all, you know, best laid plans. assuming no breaking news and things like that happen. So I want to do a catch up with Hungry Fat Chick and just see how her videos go now that I've got so much more Girl World community in here. But after that, I think I'd like to start Rachel's historical deep dive, starting with her full-on like piercing influencer phase that she went through. And spoiler alert, she was actually really likable at 18. Rachel being sus. Who could have thought? Okay, so the video we are watching today.
Hey everyone, we are
on... Shush. Amberlynn Reid tells insane lies about Rarity and Emily. Yet another ALR reaction. And wow, this is a really long video. Okay, we're definitely not going to get to Foodie, my nuggets. 100%. You'd be interested in Hungry Fat Chick? You've only heard peripheral knowledge? Yeah, I actually really like her. Well, I mean, I like covering her. She is a different entity than the other girls, and so much so that I really wouldn't consider her necessarily as part of Girl World. She is a very layered, very complex individual who really lets us see everything. So, yeah, she's fun to cover, and she's quite a bit older than the other girls as well. Also, an extra thanks to LV on replay for the gifted memberships. It was cool watching the new waves of comments on the membership videos. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone went and caught up. Why is this not working? Okay. She seems more self-aware. Yeah, she is. And she's lived a lot of life. And I have a fair whack of respect for that. Just like the other girls, though, she really doesn't get out of her own head to be able to help her own journey forward. And that probably is the thing that she has most in common with the girls of Girl World. But yeah, let's get into this one, shall we? So this one was released 2 days ago. Oh, and she's got here, I get mad in this one, not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna probably have high horse sort of behavior. Also, you've got an off-top question about Eugenia's condition, not a triggering one? Yeah, go ahead. Porcelain Requiem, thank you so much for following over on Twitch. Thank you so much. You think glitter and lasers and quirky love Rosie are interesting? Yeah, I do want to get into glitter and lasers a little bit. I struggle with quirky love Rosie a little bit. I'm just not quite sure how I feel. Things are not developed yet in my mind. But yeah, so this one was released 2 days ago and it's got 28,000 views, which for Rachel is fairly low. The question is, how can one not be thirsty, not to have water for crazy hours? What I can say is that dehydration is a massive issue in that particular condition, like a massive issue. And I would say that there is thirst, but what I will also say is that the condition is extremely loud and extremely motivating in other ways to override natural bodily function. So it's kind of it's hard to explain, but when you are under the control of one of these conditions, whether it's that one or whether it's at the opposite end, your natural bodily needs are completely overridden. So in the sense of, you know, if we're talking about Hungry Fat Chick or Amber, you ignore the overfull feeling and just move through it. And likewise, at the opposite end, things like dehydration, you are able to ignore and move through. But yeah, it's a thing. Okay, so shall we get into this one? I'm going to speed her up a little bit. If it's too fast, we'll pull it back, but it's a long one. I actually thought it was shorter than this for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, your body adapts. Water doesn't quench the thirst, but you learn to ignore it and get used to it, speaking from experience. Yeah. It's just, it's hard to explain to somebody who hasn't experienced it. It's just like words that are safe. I'm trying to think of a YouTube safe way to explain this. It's not like a choice, in a sense. It's like a driving, intense need that you must follow what the condition tells you to. So it's almost like, have you ever been in a really busy workday or something like that, and you know that you're hungry, but you've forgotten to eat just because you're very focused on what you're doing, and it just kind of has settled into the background of your mind? It's a little bit like that, but sustained, if that makes sense. It is very difficult to articulate. Porcelain Requiem, thank you so much. Double chatting over there. I have comments for Twitch as well. Oh my goodness. No, now I've broken it. One moment. Sorry, Nuggets. There we go. It's odd because the systems I'm using are saying that YouTube doesn't work with them anymore, but YouTube does appear to be working with it, so I don't know what's going on. Professional streamer over here, what can I say? Okay, sorted it out. Extreme control and focus, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's get into this. See what Rachel's on about now.
We're on a bit of a roll. Last night, Lolcow Bus happened again, as always. It was this episode here. It was called Haters and Heartbreak, and it was like kind of an opportunity for the host to interview Amber. They had a bunch of questions they were going to ask her, and there's several parts in this live where, when I was watching it through, I was like, that's worth reacting to. And I had some stuff to say about what occurred, so I'm going to dive into that live stream and play it from a few different points and just watch it with you. Not the whole thing, just a few kind of key bits that I thought were worth covering. Quite a lot of it is about Rarity. So, as you guys know, I have opinions about Rarity, and I have a relatively robust understanding of the different stories that Amber has given. So I'm hoping we can just hold her to this this version of events. It's also quite interesting just to see how she talks about it. She also discusses Emily and such. This is the first time since the massive kickoff that she recently had where she's allowing the host to talk about Emily again. And it's very clear to me she's doing this on purpose because she's been told this is what people want to hear about, and so she's allowing some questions that semi-relate to her relationship with Emily and the journals and such.
So without being 100% sure, of course, because we weren't there, we can't know for 100% sure. I am inclined to actually agree with Rachel's take on what happened with the Rarity thing. I don't know if you've seen, I did a whole video breaking it down like crime scene evidence and the different versions, although Amber has actually come out with different versions again since that video. I think for once, Rachel and I are actually in agreement for the most part. The only thing is, I can't say definitively, like she can, I can't say definitively that I know. It's just what seems to fit. It's where the most puzzle pieces kind of go together neatly. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's what happened, but yeah, we'll go from there. Also, spoiler alert, my nuggets. I have another idea for a parody. There will be another parody coming very shortly. I have to wait for Maxie to go home because Sir does not like the guitar, not a bit. And unless you want to hear him howling along with it, it's not going to happen. Thank you, Veronica. Rachel, you got no tea about Rarity, only tea about DV, remember? Thank you. Joke's like, yes. Also, for censoring, you saw always Ymir has started calling Emily a bird feeder, which seems very appropriate with the chicken theme. Funny thing about that, so the moderation system that they've got is heavily contextual. And I've used the words seeding, and then I'm putting in some extra words so that, we're putting in some extra content with disorder, and that got pinged as policy violation. It's not as simple as just making an innuendo about it. You need to be very careful about how words are structured, and I'm happy for them that they've found, or they think that they've found something that works. They still need to be very careful about the context. However, having said that, the word feeder doesn't appear to be an issue, generally speaking. Yeah. And it's why I can't say the letters starting from those conditions either, and why I've just settled on saying conditions, because conditions can have so many different meanings that contextually it's difficult to pin it down. Because I could be talking about, I don't know, like a skin condition or a hair condition, something like that. It's very interesting the way it works. Oh, thank you so much, The Walking Wrinkle. Also, is this your first live as a mod? Thank you so much, and thank you to Cramlings, who's also in here modding today as well. But for anyone enjoying themselves, please give the stream a like. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've got a really nice little group of mods. And yeah, my pinning of Twitch might be a little bit questionable tonight, but at least we've got something, right? And you strongly suspect Amber did something to Rarity, but we sadly will probably never know. Yeah. For those of you who haven't watched my Rarity video, I think that basically what happened was Rarity was put out onto the porch as a manipulation tactic to get Emily home. I legitimately think that Amber thought Rarity would just stay there, but because Rarity was not properly conditioned on that move over there, she probably got very scared. And it was very cold, and she probably, went to try and be not cold, because how long would she have been left out there if waiting for Emily to get home? But I think what Amber was legitimately reacting to was the fact that she did run off. And I would like to think that there was some evidence about the fact that there was a cat that kind of looked like Rarity that got adopted in the area. I'm just going to, in my mind, choose to believe that that was Rarity. And that's pretty much the end of where my brain can go, because this stuff really gets into my head. But yeah, Rachel kind of has a very similar perspective on this. But anyway, back to the Queen herself.
So we'll get into all of that. We also know that Emily was watching this live stream, which Amber says at some point during the live. Amber was revealed to have been trying to get the personal details of people in the Discord because she wanted to search them up and look into them, which is something that she's been known to do before. So a fair few people in the community seem to think that her allowing everyone to talk about Emily for this one occasion is an attempt by her to deflect or draw interest away from the fact that she's a massive creep. So let's dive into it. We've got quite a few little points to go through, so let's watch them now. We're starting around 7 minutes. We're going to dive in. Fupa and Tech have a bunch of questions for Amber, and they start out with some of the heavy ones, so I'll let you know the timestamps of each of the sections in case you want to find anything that we watch. Okay, let's get cracking. Here we go.
All right, let's get on with it. Let's get on with the interview.
Wow, Fupa, I think you have access to the same document that I sent out, right? If there's a question you are personally interested in asking Amber, I think that'd be great. The first one is a pretty heavy hitter. I want to make sure that we test the waters on how heavy we can get. That's not a fat joke, but I want to test how heavy we can get with question 1, which is it's about Rarity, right? I know it's been a topic that's been sore to talk about on this stream. It's been sore to talk about on other streams.
I mean, it's only sore because she acts like such an idiot about it and because she's lied about it so extensively. It's not actually sore because she's sad about the cat, and we know that.
I actually do disagree with that on a certain level. See, this is what I don't appreciate about Rachel, is that she then makes me go in and defend Amber and Emily. because of the language she uses, I have this like compulsive need to correct the language and therefore essentially defend Amber in this setting. I actually do think that Amber was sad to some level. I don't necessarily know that she was sad to the way that all of us would have been sad in that situation. But I don't think it's not at all. Yeah, Rachel thinks she knows everything. But of course, she is the beacon of all knowledge, ALR. Pammy Poodle, you just don't understand tea like Rachel does. I love that. Hello, Mono. One of your issues with YouTube censoring is that this platform historically has been fantastic free learning resource with various teaching channels, including topics that schools may skip. I agree with you, and I don't know if you've watched my, like the very medically relevant information that I brought regarding Eugenia's condition. In my mind, and by YouTube's definition, that should be considered medical education. When I select medical education, it still does nothing in regards to the censoring. So yeah, I agree.
Because she made no effort to try and find the cat, according to Emily. And also she admits herself that she can barely move, so she can't really search for her cat now, can she?
From my understanding, there was a narrative shift between 2024 and 2025 regarding Rarity going missing, and there was intense damage control during your live streams, revealing interviews, and with revealing interviews from third parties, like Emily's interview with Mr. Snowflake. What is the story that you have about what happened to Rarity?
So basically, he's giving her an opportunity now to tell her version of events again. She's already had multiple attempts to tell her version of events. So we have the initial version where she filmed that video where she stood in front of the door and she said it was 5 a.m. She opened the door, let the dogs out, didn't realise that Rarity got out. 20 minutes later, she'd left the door open a little bit. 20 minutes later, she realised that the cat must have gotten out. She was heartbroken and it was her fault, Amber, who did it. The next version of events, which was after Emily did her interview with Mr. Snowflake and Amber was raging with Emily, Amber then went on her live stream and claimed that Emily is the one who left the door open. She said that because she was trying to defend Emily because people didn't like Emily, she had lied. And then there was a mixture of versions of that story, which involved her either noticing the door was open at different times during the day, her sitting at the table and feeling a cold breeze, and then realising the cat was gone, and there have been multiple variations of how long it was between her shutting the door.
Because of Amber, now whenever I hear the words cold breeze, all I can hear is cold breeze. Just relentlessly. Another thing that Amber's ruined.
Or then realising the cat was gone. And there's all kinds of reasons why none of it was believable. Partially that we know Rarity was a very clingy cat. Both Amber and Emily have stated that Rarity would be at Amber's side all the time. Amber's own defensiveness and changes in her story have made it very, very clear that she's not telling the truth.
Yes, I agree. Amber did cry for Rarity, but she seemed to get over her really fast. That's the real issue. But Rachel can't acknowledge that. I agree with that. And that's why I kind of think, I believe the tears, in that video that she did where she was breaking down over Rarity, I think those tears were real, but not in the way that we potentially would have understood them to be. I think there were more layers to that going on and different reasons as to why that was happening. And then something else that I think I may have put in a video at some point, I don't know. I talk a lot of shit, my nuggets. I can't always remember what I've said and where, but she got home after that Wisconsin trip and said, it feels wrong, it feels like something's missing, and she goes on to talk about that she doesn't have Emily, but it's like, what? The thing that's missing is Rarity. You had a whole extra pet that is now not in that space with you. That's what's missing. But she didn't connect that, and that's why I agree with what you're saying, where she just got over it so fast. Meanwhile, I'm still grieving a set of chickens that I lost over a year ago. It sticks with you. Hey, Darkwick. Emily said that Amber used to use their fights as tear fuel to make it look like she cried for Rarity. Yeah, and I do think that part of the fact that she was being kicked out to go home was part of those tears. I think you probably can't quite connect Amber with normal emotions. Joke, thank you so much. Welcome to the Clucking crew. Now you've got to go see those videos. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Truth about this. Multiple versions of this story have come out. Emily also came out when she spoke with Mr. Snowflake and with me and said that she did not leave the door open. When Emily spoke with me, she told me that Amber followed her to the door and that Emily 100% shut the door behind her. And then there's a screenshot where Amber texted Emily that night at 10 p.m. and said, I haven't been able to find Rarity all day. So all of these things have kind of come together to make it intensely clear that she is lying about the situation. There's also the fact that when she
Yay, Veronica, thank you so much for renewing your 1 month. And if you notice, your little egg is starting to hatch. She's a monster and she harms or abandons anything that doesn't serve her. I do think that there is that element of narcissism that causes that to happen. And that's why I say we can't really, like, yes, I do think she was sad about Rarity. I do. But I do not think it was in the same way that we would experience. From what we can see on the outside looking in, it looks like she treats people in her life, including her mother and her pets, as some sort of convenient property that she has around her and treats them accordingly. Which is, it's not good. You'll only be able to listen today. That's okay, Darkwick. I appreciate you being in here. Have people overloading me to furiously clean the coop. I understand. No, I absolutely understand. It's why I got a selection of mods that were in all different time zones to hopefully work out with everyone. So you do you. You look after your coop. I appreciate that. Oh, Darcy. Yes, she wanted a kitten called Romeo. And what does that remind you of? Anybody fluent in ALR lore that sounds like something? And that is pretty much what I thought happened with Gracie. That was Destiny's old cat, and she wanted desperately a cat called Wasabi, and it's just playing out again. Like, imagine valuing a pet based on its name. Something that you can change, mind you. Oh, good point, Porcelain. No, I've lost it. I cannot pin it. I'm sorry. Also, she tried to get rid of Rarity before to Rafe and Beck, so she really did seem to regard her less as a pet. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Wasabi. And something that stands out with Destiny actually surrounding all of that is I don't know why Destiny hasn't put it together that that's what's happened when it's so clear. She seems to have a real kind of blind spot for that. You're not a psychiatrist and don't diagnose there are traits of a personality disorder. Yeah, there might be. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Amber doesn't love, you don't think. I think love is one of those really interesting things that is highly subjective and different to each individual. It's kind of one of those things like if I couldn't see colors, how would you describe red to me? You know? If I just have absolutely complete color blindness, how do you explain the color red in a way that I would understand? And the reality is when you start to try and describe a color, you always reference it in relation to like an apple or like a rose or, you know, things like that. But how do those things make any sense if you can't ever actually see the color to begin with? And love is so complicated and has so many different forms that I don't know. I think In her mind, she does, is my point. And I think perhaps by some comparisons, she does. Potentially by those of us who have felt an incredibly, insanely deep love before, she doesn't. The walking wrinkle. See, this is why I like having you around. The visuals you create. Thinking, what does that say about me? What it says is that you found your people, okay?
She initially said she was going to Wisconsin. Everybody said to her, don't take your pets. She took them anyway. Everybody said, make sure they've got collars and microchips. She ignored them, didn't get either of those things, and then the cat went missing. And then there's the fact that she barely helped to look for the cat. According to Emily, when Rarity went missing, Emily was the one who was searching everywhere, and when they went driving to try and find Rarity, Amber stayed in the car, played games on her phone, and didn't even look out the window. There's also the fact that Amber did not make the sign. She said that
Oh, I like this, Porcelain. You're not saying it's 100%, but it's 99. And that's, in essence, what I'm trying and drive home, and the issue that I have with Rachel. Rachel talks in absolutes constantly. It's me talking in an absolute about her talking in absolutes. It's problematic because it doesn't leave any room for what it would look like if you're wrong. And I think it's okay to sit there and, try and put the puzzle together as the pieces kind of fit. And then you can consider all of the other potential options that may have happened and think, well, horses, not zebras. We're going to look at what is most probable. And then we can raise our theory as what is most probable, but that's not completely negating everything else that could be either. And why I keep harping on Rachel, Queen of Philosophy, over here, where she says, this is fact. This is objective fact. This is what happened. But you can't speak like that because, like, as you just put it, it's not 100%. We can't be 100%. We might be pretty damn sure, but we're not 100%. Oh, hello, Brylin, the introvert. I relate to you so hard right now. I've listened to a few of your stream VODs. Not sure how long I've been a viewer of Gorl exactly. I miss my cat every day. Passed him March 2024, and I couldn't imagine not looking for her. So many of us are right there with you with that. Yeah, the way all of that was conducted is absurd. We are beyond a reasonable doubt. Maybe so, but we are not judge, jury, or executioner, unlike Rachel here.
she was going to make a leaflet or a flyer to put up about Rarity, and that she was going to make a report to a local cat shelter. She didn't do either, and Emily ended up having to do both of those things, despite Amber claiming that she would in fact do them. We know that's true because some of the facts about Rarity, including her breed and age, were incorrect on the flyer that Emily made, because she didn't know them, because it wasn't her cat. I know that was massive info dump, and most of you already know all of that, but just kind of for the context and the lore, that is kind of like where we're at with it. Amber has consistently lied. Nobody really knows why. Most people come to some version of Amber wanted to stay longer in Wisconsin, so she let the cat out thinking that the cat would come back, and that her and Emily would have this kind of moment of reconciliation where, oh, Emily, you found my cat, thank you so much, and now we can be happy again. Or possibly more sinister, Amber thought that if the cat was gone permanently, then Emily would have to let her stay. We've seen significant screenshots, which I go through.
I really don't think that Amber is that well thought out. I really don't. When you actually look at, you know, the screenshots that Rachel had, the infamous screenshots now, there's a weird moment in those text messages. I wish I had have pulled up a clip. My nuggets, I am going to start doing my own edits for these so that I can be prepared in the way that I'm normally prepared in videos to bring things. But there was a screenshot that said, I haven't checked the porch though. And then she immediately switched her tone after panicking about Rachel to saying, Emily, can I ask you a question? Can I have another chance? And that's why I think really it was just a ploy to get Emily home from that walk and nothing more. I don't think there was more planning behind that. I don't think Amber's that bright. I think it's giving her too much credit. And although she is very good at manipulating, I don't think she has that much forethought.
Through at length in this video, where you can see that Emily and Amber were having a massive argument and discussion throughout the entire day, and Emily was trying to get Amber to leave. So it's very clear Amber didn't want to leave, and I think that that is why she let the cat out. Sorry, that was like talk, info dump, but yeah, that's kind of like where we're at, okay? I will edit that as much as I can to make it as short as possible. Okay, so let's carry on with all the context in mind.
So before I answer any of these questions, I just want to let everyone know that everyone hates me regardless. So it's like, I'm here to just let it all out, tell the truth about everything. I don't fucking care who's mad at me or who's this. But
so the fact that she feels the need to premise this whole story with, I don't care who's mad at me, and you can think whatever you want about me, I don't care, I'm just here to tell.
Yes, she did. There was like a message of something along the lines of, I think Princess is out too, and then, oh no, she's in the bedroom or something. I don't remember the exact words. And maybe she thought about doing that ploy. Maybe she thought that would get Emily home from her very extended walk. But yeah, it was weird. That whole text thing was weird. If she was just trying to bait her home, why would she actually let the cat out instead of making up a story? I refer to my previous comment about intellect. Yeah, I don't know. I wish she had have just like put her in the basement or something, and yeah. No. You also don't think she planned it out. I don't either. I think if you look at those text messages, you can actually see the desperation building and building and building within Amber, and what she then does is goes back on what has been proven to work previously. What are her coping mechanisms for those situations? And you can actually see her moving through them all. And this manipulation was actually the last card she had to play. I think she was desperate. I think she was panicked. I think she knew that Emily was about to send her home, and this is what she did. Oh, sorry. I think she was also mistreating the cat to punish Emily to some extent, quite possibly dead, not sleeping. And you think Rarity ran away because they were screaming at each other? That is very possible, isn't it? It really is, given the way that we know that she conducts herself.
Tell the truth. That to me is the words of somebody who isn't trying to tell the truth. If you're intending on telling the truth, you just tell it. You don't say, by the way, don't worry, I'm going to tell the truth. I don't care if you're mad at me. That makes it sound like you aren't telling the truth, you know?
So the situation was me and my girlfriend, we were in a very, very bad argument.
Sorry, so well said, Porcelain. Amber is impulsive, not a cunning villain plotting. Yes. And she is good at manipulation, but I think it would be a mistake to put evil villain on top of that, or like villainous genius on top of that. Amber has said previously Rarity has gotten out before at home and didn't run. Yes, I remember that. So she honestly thought the cat would wait on the porch like a dog, despite it being a strange place, and despite it being freezing. There was a blizzard that night. But yeah, it had Rarity had been moved in properly without the stress of like just launching her free into a house with a bunch of other pets that she didn't know, maybe she would have stayed. Maybe if she had have been introduced properly and that was her territory, maybe she would have stayed. But that cat was probably trying to get home. Sorry, I just snorted. She's 3-year-old cunning. Well said, Isabel.
Like, it was toxic as fuck. It was like 5 a.m. Before I started taking Zoloft, my BPD tantrums, meltdowns, they were embarrassing. And oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm already gonna cry.
Yeah.
I knew it. You were on the verge.
You know who I'm going to cry for? Your cat, your poor sweet cat who got let out into the Wisconsin winter. That's who I'm going to cry for.
Tears a minute ago. I knew it. Well, it's because of like the subject about Rarity is rough. But like she wanted to leave because I was like crashing out and like we were both triggering each other. We were both super toxic.
Super chatted
TTS is not reading in at all, not even on the tool.
Will never stop.
Snort laughers unite. Can I just say thank you so much to every single nugget that whenever something embarrassing has happened to me on stream, you do nothing but make me feel appreciated.
$20 from Dennis saying Gorl will never stop until there is justice for Rarity and Wamber.
I'm going to cut this because there's like a double play and it's really annoying. Tech's reading it and also the TTS is reading it, so I'm just going to put a cut here.
So me and my girlfriend were extremely toxic, and she was the type of person who would want space. I was the type of person who would want things to be fixed right then, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's made that sound much like, you know, much calmer than it was. According to Emily, Amber would stand over her when she was trying to sleep and stop her sleeping, and she wouldn't let her leave. We've seen the video where Emily's trying to have a cigarette after an argument and Amber is leaning in her car window and won't leave her alone. If you want to see that video, it's all over the place, but this is my covering of it. Emily sent that video to me, and that was an example of the kind of girlfriend.
She constantly name drops herself. Have you noticed that? It's like every video she's got to name drop herself. And more often than not, it's actually to the videos that caused all of this mess in the first place. Lift your flappers and scream. Are you not entertained? Snort laughs are wholesome and nice. And for the moment, proof of human behind the microphone. I mean, chookin'. Definitely chookin'.
That Amber was. She will not leave you alone. She's toxic as hell. She's trying here to say that Emily was also toxic, which may well be true. I get the feeling that Emily was very avoidant and distant and didn't want to engage and would ignore Amber and wouldn't play into her kind of controlling nature. The truth is, I don't really know how toxic Emily herself was to Amber, but I know that Amber definitely was super toxic to Emily, and I know Emily would have been toxic to Amber too, but we haven't heard as much of Amber's side of that. We've heard some, but a lot of what Amber said just cannot be confirmed or denied because she's lied to make people look bad so many times, so we don't really know like to what extent Emily would manipulate or harm Amber back. We just like don't know, but I'm sure it was going both ways. I expect Amber was probably worse.
I'm completely amused by the fact that we voted for Rachel's video, and yet we're also like, she's insufferable. Shut the cluck up, Rachel. You know nothing.
Very least, she was probably more open and intense and like fervent with her attacks on Emily. I think, anyway. I'm not exactly sure. Nobody really knows, right? We weren't there, but that's kind of the vibe I got from speaking to Emily and everything I sort of picked up.
So I wasn't giving her the space that she needed, which thankfully since then I have learned from that, and I am genuinely like exactly that way now. Like
anytime that Amber says anything is genuinely anything, it's probably not that thing. Like anytime she's like, it's genuinely this, or she tries to convince you too badly, it's probably not true. There's a lot of defensiveness in the way she's speaking here, which makes me think that she isn't willing to take accountability for her part in it, but go figure.
During arguments, I need space. Like the Zoloft has changed my life. Anyways, so
I'm sorry, I'm eye rolling because I think that this is the crutch that she...
I see all the Brits in the chat saying we don't claim her. I know, but like Aussies have that awful guy that is also on LCU. We don't claim him. No. Unbiased psychoanalysis. You think ALR did the in-your-face screaming, but Emily played the sneaky long game? You think the latter is actually scarier? I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. I agree. I think there's some very sinister undertones to Emily's conduct. Having said that, awful, awful conduct on Amber's behalf too. Aussies also had Steve Irwin, so you get a pass. Yeah, Steve Irwin makes up for everybody. He was a bloody legend.
she's leaning on this whole time. Her point has been, I was awful and toxic and terrible, but don't worry, I'm on Zoloft now, so I've changed, I'm different. And I'm sure it has calmed her down and evened out her moods a little bit, but she still screams and shouts and rages. We've seen her do it many times. And also I know she's been on Zoloft for like the last year. When her and Emily had that argument prior, she said that Amber was like texting her like crazy when she was in the hospital and telling her she was going to have a heart attack and Snapchatting her and sending her money to try and get her to call her. So Emily had blocked her and Amber was Venmoing her money or Cash App or whatever it is with a note saying call me. And this was after, while she was on Zoloft. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Zoloft is all it would take to sort out that.
She ends up leaving because I'm just like freaking out, right, during this argument. And when she left, she went through the back door because I was blocking the front door. I know that's like so toxic, so bad.
So she admits now that she was blocking the front door. I mean, I know she's admitted that in the past, but yeah, the thing that everybody needs to understand here, and this is, you know, I understand it's kind of over the line, but the fact of the matter is the ground floor of Emily's house is open plan. So the back door and the front door directly face each other. If you stand in front of the front door, you can see the back door directly. So if you're standing there blocking the front door and somebody...
Are you all hearing this? This is not just running through my mind, right? You're hearing this.
Leaves out the back door, you can see if they leave the door open because you can literally see across the room, right? So that's already a huge red flag in this story.
I have apologized a million times. I've taken accountability.
Anytime someone's like, I've apologized a million times, that person is not sorry. That's a defensive person. What? Leave me alone. I've apologized a million times. That's so defensive.
When she left.
Rachel should not be the one schooling us on apologies. No. Until we get a proper apology from Rachel, this shouldn't be part of her repertoire at all.
The sliding glass door open. It wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit. I did not notice until like an hour or 2 hours later because I was sitting at the kitchen table just...
I have a confession to make. So, go on, Rachel, draw us a floor plan. In the Rarity video, I did. I did draw a floor plan. But see, it's less weird when I do it because I haven't flirted with her. Oh no. Yeah, we're all a little bit hypocritical. Always, just a little. It's fine. It's fine. So long as you don't touch the poo or go sewer spelunking. And yes, I'm going to make that happen. I want that to be a term in Girl World.
Just like distraught.
Okay, so that already is significantly different from her third story. So she said in the third story, she goes, or the second story, she goes, I didn't notice because I did not go near the door. It wasn't until that evening when I was waiting for Emily to come home from work, that's when she felt the cold breeze. That's what she said. So this is a completely contradictory story to her previous version of events.
Thank you, Veronica. Yes, this is everything. Vera didn't flirt with a DV victim. No. And I would never ever. Rachel would flirt with the floor to get the tea. I feel like that needs to be on a t-shirt. Floor plans are fine. Flirting with Fed Bundy is not. You're good, Vera. Did your plan come out objectively correct? And do you know the funniest thing? I stumbled upon Emily's address completely by accident. It's so out there, and I don't encourage people to go looking for it if you haven't seen it, but it's so out there, and it looks like it might have been a friend of hers that actually caused it to be so easily accessible. And yeah, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. None of us have catfished ALR's ex.
It's not possible that she saw it 2 hours later or an hour later. It's not possible for that to be true, and for it to be true that she noticed while she was waiting for Emily to come home from work. Emily didn't come home from work that day until like after 10 p.m. when we saw the text messages, but she wouldn't even have been due to come home from work until about 6 p.m. So 7 a.m. that morning, she's not going to be there waiting for Emily to come home. So it's not possible for both of those versions of events to be true. She was lying in one of them, right? So she's saying here, I told the truth the whole time. It's literally not possible for this to be true, and her second revised Emily let Rarity out story to also be true. There's all
Okay, I am going to agree with Rachel on that. Yeah, Amber could not have been telling the truth the whole time because the stories just varied so wildly from each other. So, okay. Point to Rachel. She gets 1.
already discrepancy. We also have to add that when I spoke to Emily, as I've said, Emily told me that she shut the door. She said, I did not leave that door open. Emily lives in Wisconsin. It was freezing cold. Emily, who pays the bills, would not have left that door open. It's just so unlikely when taken into account that the person who's telling the story has already been caught in multiple lies. So it does not line up. Like, I'm not saying that because I'm a horrible, hateful reaction channel. I'm saying that because I can look at the facts and they don't line up.
And I felt a cold breeze, and I was like, that feels different.
If we need to say that we're not a horrible, awful reaction channel, does that sound right? We already know this story, Rachel.
So that's exactly how Rarity went missing, and genuinely one of the very worst heartbreaks in my life.
So she claims here she noticed Rarity was missing at, 7 a.m, but she didn't tell Emily until 10 p.m. that night. Just doesn't sound believable at all. And when you're listening to an individual who has lied so many times, it's clear that parts of her story are massively fabricated. Emily and Amber have told opposing stories, and then they have both since maintained that neither of them have lied, but one of them must have lied. So it's either Emily or Amber. And when you're dealing with Amber, it's very hard to think that the other person is the liar. When the two lies are mutually exclusive, it's likely Amber who's lying, especially when there's so much evidence that that's the case, you know?
Here are the TTS. Now I can't hear Tag. What the fuck?
Okay, it's back. Okay. I changed the audio. Everything should be fixed. One of the positions about the Rarity thing, right, is how do you handle the constant narrative shifts when there's thousands of people that are trying to fact check every word you say, right? They're trying to keep you do every single change in how you phrase it. You know, if you said one day that it was through the back door, and then the next time you say it was through a sliding back door, they're gonna say, "Oh, I thought it was a back door. What happened?"
That's not accurate. So that, dear viewer, is a fantastic example of a straw man argument. Like, I've not heard such a beautiful straw man argument ever. So that is not an argument that any...
Oh, hello, cats. I did not see you come in. Rachel had such an intense look in her eyes. Something has switched. It's unsettling. I agree. I see it too. I don't think we're imagining this. I think we might be seeing something develop. I do hope that Rachel kind of manages to get a better grasp on what is the real world. Like, as far as she goes, this internet, this reaction stuff, this is not her real world. And I hope that she manages to get back in touch more firmly with her real world. And that's why I kind of wonder if maybe something has happened with her relationship with her girlfriend. Because, what if that grounding influence isn't there anymore? I don't know, but something's shifted. I'm just not exactly sure what it is exactly at the moment. Rosie, thank you so much. That's really generous. The video of Rarity frantically trying to escape her carrier before the trip is heartbreaking. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna stay with me. Heartbreaking now knowing the outcome. Accident or not, poor Rarity was just collateral damage amongst the toxic chaos. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. Let's just hope that she was found. Cats are, blizzard or not, cats can be very resourceful. And let's just hope she was found by somebody. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And now I need a moment. One moment.
any reaction channel that I've ever seen has said. No reaction channel, maybe he's just giving an example, but no reaction channels are penalising such slim differences in her storyline, because the thing that really matters is not whether it was the back door or the sliding back door or the sliding glass door. That's an absolute fabrication. What we're saying is that she has said many different storylines about specific things. For example, she saw the back door was open and she knew immediately that Rarity was gone in one version. In another version, she didn't realise Rarity was gone for hours. In another version that she's just told now, she realised Rarity was gone 2 hours later. So there are all of these different versions of events. It cannot be all of them. It's not me being like, oh, I just really want to penalise every possible gap in her story. No. She has claimed she saw the back door was open and immediately knew. She's claimed she saw the back door was open, thought nothing of it, didn't realise until 2 hours later.
Also, Rosie, I just noticed that came through. Are you an Aussie? Came through in Aussie dollars? Do you think Amber was trying to move herself into Emily's house? She could have just asked her mum to look after her pets, and she didn't have to bring them with her. Berlin, I think that is 100% what she was trying to do. Because all of the puzzle pieces point to that it was just supposed to be for a week or two. Like, Emily had taken time off work for the holiday. So yeah, I think that's why she insisted on taking the pets, because I think she was going to burrow in like a tick and there was going to be nothing to get rid of her. And I think Emily realized that and realized the kind of situation that she'd gotten herself in. Oh no, don't be sorry. No, it's just my heart and how I react to animal stuff, but don't be sorry. It's fine. I'm a grown-up chook and I can handle it. Burrow in like a tick. She probably was. Her usual method when she gets into a relationship is just move into her partner's home. Yeah. Or capture them in some way. It's definitely an MO for Amber.
She said she saw the back door was open, thought nothing of it, and didn't realise until 6 p.m. when she was waiting for Emily to come home. So which one is it, right? You know at which point your head went, ding, my cat must be gone. So it's not me being a dick, like, it's just fucking logic. It cannot be all of the above, it must be one. And she's told, like, 5. So I'm sorry if you don't like logic, but that's not my fault.
I've been dealing with this your whole life on YouTube. How do you deal with that constant, like, fact-checking?
So Rachel's just started doing all of this. I'm sorry if you don't like logic, that's not my fault. Or, sorry, I'll try and recover this thought. Veronica, stop it. Thank you so much. My 24-year-old daughter has 6 cats and loves to travel, so you keep them at your house while she's gone. That is the appropriate and responsible pet owner thing to do. Love that. And see, they get to know you, and yeah, I know. That's why I'm dog sitting Maxie at the moment, you know, because his owners know that he's going to be in a good spot while they travel. It's, yeah. What was my train of thought? Oh, yes. So Rachel's just started doing, and like I'm sorry, but if you don't think domestic violence is bad, then you're not my kind of person. You know, that kind of rhetoric that she's just started saying, it does indicate to me that either the reaction channel videos that are being made about her, I don't know if she knows about mine yet, I don't know, or the negativity that's surrounding her, I do actually think it's getting to her. And I think that she has kind of been in a flap since all of this went down, and it's still not sitting great with her, which is completely understandable. This kind of hate is difficult to deal with, but she's not really doing herself any favors to get rid of it either.
It's just exhausting. Like,
but it's such BS. I'm sorry. It's not fact checking. It's proving lies. Like, makes me feel like I'm going crazy. I'm not. Oh, you poor angel. Everybody's fact checking you. How about you stop lying? If there'll be nothing to fact check, or the fact checks will come out ding ding ding, all good because you haven't lied. You keep lying, therefore you keep being fact checked. That's not my fault. That's not anybody else's fault. If you stop lying, it will stop happening. So.
Okay, fine. I'll agree with Rachel again. I do agree. And I think anybody that, you know, manages to lie for that kind of extended time needs to understand that you're going to have to do some work to not be fact-checked. Veronica, again, thank you so much. Thank you. And your 15-year-old son is autistic and loves having cats over. He says he's their uncle. I love that so much. Animals can do such good things for autism. I actually just saw a reel of a girl who has it's fairly severe autism, you know, in the grand scheme of things, and her mum got a chicken when she was quite little, and it actually, because the social dynamics in chickens are so similar to social dynamics in humans, it's actually helped her to understand how humans work and how to socialize with humans, and now she has a whole flock, and I love that. Chickens help autism. It's awesome.
So,
Can I just say something? Well, at first she said that she was letting the dogs out, and Amber
Yeah,
was
so
accidentally left the door open.
I was lying for my girlfriend because my girlfriend was hated by everybody. And it's like, everyone wanted us not together. And I was like,
yeah, but the thing is, though, if she was lying to protect
Rosie, you are an Aussie. I thought so. And I hope you don't mind a Melbourneian in my chat. Of course not. Of course not. I do not discriminate. All nuggets are welcome.
her girlfriend, why did she lie about the time of day? You noticed the cat was missing at different times in your different stories. That's just odd.
I'm going to add another thing to like the pile that she already was experiencing. And I was like, fuck that. So I was like protecting her, and it made me look like the bad guy.
Every single lie she says is to protect somebody else. She will only admit to lies that she can hide behind the defense of protecting others. It's such BS. She lies to attack, maliciously harm other people. She would not have lied just to protect Emily. And if that's true, and she did, she then came out when she was angry with Emily and flipped her lie in order to attack Emily. So are we supposed to believe that in that state, when she was angry, she was suddenly telling the truth? That just makes no sense.
Yeah.
When initially
I'm muted. I was muted. I'm like prattling on to myself and I'm muted. Oh. As a mum, I get especially sad about Rarity because Amber often calls her pets her children. I agree with that. And do you know, even to the point, I'm someone that takes pets very seriously, even to the point where I don't even see them pets. I see myself as their guardian in a way. I find the way Amber carries on far too much. It doesn't ring true necessarily the way she says it. Yeah, no, it's just me. It's probably fortunate that I don't do that as often as I could.
I lied about letting the dogs out and Rarity going out.
Oh my goodness. Veronica. Thank you so much. Gotta say, my daughter is 24 and I'm 43. I'm a young chicken. Love that. Do you know what's weird? When you first said that you had a 24-year-old daughter, I'm thinking, oh, okay, so you're probably quite a bit older than me. I'm putting demographics in my head, and then I realized, no, she might not be at all, and you're not that much older than me. We are young chickens, okay? 40s is the new 20s, and you can fight me if you want to say otherwise. That's what I think.
Because I was protecting her.
And about damage control, what do you think is the hardest part about, constantly having to defend yourself?
Sorry for pausing. Just so you all know, if you can't see Vera, the chicken, as in bottom right at the moment, my microphone is muted if you can't see me. That's how I've got it set up. So yeah, that's how you know.
Especially on live stream, right? Is it again, like what Fupa's doing, right? Fupa said, well, there was this story, now there's this story. Does that ever bother you that you're having to explain yourself?
I'm sorry, but this is just a circle jerk. Like, Tech, come on, my guy. What the hell? This is a joke. oh, Amber, it's so infuriating to see her treated like this. Like, Amber, oh no, is it hard for you? Was it difficult for you? Is it hard that everybody points out that you're a narcissistic, abusive liar? Is that difficult? Oh no, oh sausage, what are we gonna do? Like, fuck off out of here. I'm sorry, but I don't have any patience for that. She has got playing the victim down to a fucking fine art, and she's got this chump tech playing along with it. This is performative and fake, and I'm having like a visceral like, fuck this reaction to this crock of old bullshit. You know who I feel sorry for? As I've said before, the cat. You know who I feel sorry for? Casey, Dalton, I think anyway, people who Dalton, I think I definitely feel sorry for Casey, but people who she's lied about and abused and harmed, and yet I'm sat here hearing.
Do we feel bad for Emily? Where do you fall on that, Rachel? Interesting that Emily was not on that list, yet everything always seems to be in defense of Emily. Interesting.
Be fucking coddled like this. No, this is bullshit.
Over and over again about the same issues.
Well, yeah, that's what's literally every single thing. Every single thing that I do.
Give me another notes about.
I mean, it's not every single thing that you do. It's many things that you do because you act like a piece of shit regularly. It's not every single thing you do.
About Rarity, Fupa, you want to talk about?
I think my main thing is like when they were quote unquote looking for Rarity. Amber has another friend in Wisconsin, and she offered to come and help look for Rarity. And I just think it's fucked up that they let their own situation get in between her friend coming to help look for Rarity because of.
Yeah, so that's Alexis. Alexis, who lived there. There are text messages which were leaked. I'll put a screenshot of them here, where Alexis is offering to go and help Amber look for Rarity. And Amber goes, oh no, it's fine, I've got it covered. Can you imagine saying no to a friend who wants to come and help you look for your cat? That suggests that your highest maxim or goal in that situation is not to find your cat, it's to avoid whatever potential awkwardness you think that there might be. There's no excuse for it. If my cat or dog is out there lost, I will accept help from any person.
I agree with that, and I thought that was strange as well. It's funny because I've actually been out in the middle of the night looking for a friend's pet who's disappeared in a storm. It's what you do, right? And the people accept the help, and it's what you do. It was totally weird. Yesterday, your child had their first Band-Aid boo-boo. Oh no! Oh, that's a milestone, isn't it? Poor Sweetie was sobbing. You spent most of your time snuggling and comforting your child. Amber has no clue what being a parent is, even to a pet. Agreed. You think... Cramblings. You're gonna like my parody. You think Rachel should date Amby to get some life experience on what this shit is like to go through? Yeah, some perspective. I agree.
Who wants to help me look. So I just think that's never made sense. That's always been weird. I wonder if there's some like politics between Emily and Alexis, where Emily didn't want Alexis to help or something like that. I don't know. Let's see what reason Amber gives.
My animal went missing.
I'm surprised Rachel doesn't remember this because Amber has already given the reason as to why she didn't want Alexis coming. Interesting.
I wouldn't want everyone looking, period.
So the history with that friend is I didn't trust her anymore because she became a reaction channel. And I actually forgave her. And it was...
I'm going to need somebody who knows to fact check that. Was Alexis already a reaction channel at that time? Because I cannot remember, and Alexis has deleted her channel, so I don't know time-wise. Does anybody know?
Just because I forgave her, though, doesn't mean that I trusted her. And my girlfriend did not want her to know where she lived, not even the area. And I understand that. So
that's absolute BS. If Alexis had wanted to know where Emily lived, she could have found out. Or you could easily say, can you look in this general area? That's not giving her her exact address. That's fucking BS.
Instead of having her help, we had Emily's family help. So
the rating I want to cover.
$20. Amber cries when it doesn't go home.
Oh, that's it. So yeah, we'll stop there for this section. We'll move on to the next bit now. So at 16:41 in the live stream, a super chat about Rarity comes in, and we'll watch from there for a couple of minutes just because it's kind of relevant to hear what Amber has to say about how Emily handled the situation.
247 super chatted $19.99. Why didn't you tell your GF sooner about Rare missing in the leaked text messages?
Okay, they're saying something about
that's a brilliant question. So the point here is that she realised Rarity was missing, allegedly, according to her, in some of her versions of her story. In the morning, she didn't mention it to Emily until 10 p.m. If you know your cat's missing, Emily's not home yet. She finished work at like 5 or 6 p.m. That's a 4-hour window where she could have been looking for your cat and getting a jump on finding the cat. Why didn't you text her?
Yeah, see, this is why I say I think it's important to look at what makes the most sense. That first story doesn't make sense. If she went missing in the morning, why would she have waited until 10 p.m.? It doesn't. It really doesn't. And that flags as sus to me. But we still can't say 100% definitively we know. Dalton is a bit complicated to fit into the chat character limit. TLDR, a guy Amber had tone pecs. And regretted it afterwards. Yeah, he was just kind of a bit of a pilot fish for a time. For a little bit of time.
At 5 p.m. and say, hey, glad work is over, can you come home? I need you to help look for Rarity. Amber can't look for Rarity from the house herself. So that suggests that from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. she was perfectly happy for nobody to be looking for Rarity. God knows she wasn't going outside and walking in the snow. She's admitted that she wasn't able to look for Rarity and that she stayed in the car, or she would go onto the drive but not onto the land and look properly. So why then were you so happy for your cat to be out from 7 till 10 p.m? You could have got a jump on looking if you'd have told Emily straight away, or at least at 5 p.m. when she finished work. So that alone is incredibly suspicious and shows this story is bullshit. And even if the story is true, she didn't give enough of a shit about her animal to tell her girlfriend straight away. Her girlfriend, who was the only person who she knew in the area who had taken days off work previously in order to hang out with Amber and help Amber and be around Amber. So Amber knows that.
Do you have somebody being adorable, Cramlings, who've tweeted you a photo of one of your audience members right now? Hard to capture how needy he's being. I'm going to let the video play while I pull it up. I will look.
That Emily would take days off work in order to do things for her. So surely looking for the cat is something that Emily would have taken off work to do. So again, more reasons why this story is absolute BS.
Leak text messages with your girlfriend, not telling them about Rarity earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, so my girlfriend's house. Oh, there's another one coming in.
She's like, I'm about to start talking, and luckily there's another fucking donation, so I don't have to talk. Gives her a few minutes to think of an answer, because there's no good answer for that. Why did you tell her at 10 p.m? That makes no sense.
Sweet super chatted $20. Not the truth still. Try again, Amber hash.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you I won't put it on the screen because I see that you've put yourself in the photo. I don't want to do that. Hang on, what have I done also there? But it's basically a picture of the desk with this giant cat just lazing across the keyboard and mouse and just like staring. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Vera mentioned earlier the tab wasn't working for her. Oh, the community post. It's being very annoying today. Because I really want to get into the habit, and I've even put it in my live lineup to check community tab post. But for some reason today it's been broken because you've got some cool stuff on there. Yeah, it's just not working. It doesn't load anything. But I will be doing that at the beginning of every stream. So if you want to like share things with me, that will be the place, and I will do it cover it every stream. Mother of Baggins puts up some amazing art and stuff on it. Another thing we need to question is that why Rarity didn't stay in the yard and just went off to explore too hard in the cold instead of begging to be let back in. And yeah, I believe that comes down to the fact that she wasn't properly introduced into the territory, therefore did not consider it her territory and went to find her territory. Oh, Veronica, what am I gonna do with you tonight? Thank you so much. Part of your healing as a DV survivor is to volunteer with DV victims and survivors. And Rachel talking about DV, knowing nothing about it, pisses you off. And you are very not alone in that sentiment. I've had a lot of people contact me in comments and DMs and everything telling me this as well. I wish she would see that the community is not responding well to that and then maybe go educate herself on it. And I'm not just talking about reading about it on the internet. I'm talking about like you say, you know, you've been helping survivors and just educate yourself. But I am so glad that you found your way out of that. We have so many amazing survivors in this community. Everybody has their own story. It's amazing.
#1 You would have followed T through the back door and would have noticed then.
Yeah,
Also, what about
she
the
did follow her to the back door. Emily said that Amber was right behind her when she left the house, and if the door was open, Amber would have seen because she was literally chasing her. So
fact you didn't bother to even look around the house to see if she got out? You went to bed.
Okay, so we want to talk about the leaked text messages.
75 super chatted $50. Implied in several interviews that you let her out on purpose because she was making you go home. Will she be...
Well, she implied that she believed that something strange had happened with Rarity. As far as I've seen, Emily never outright accuses Amber of letting Rarity out, but she says that it was very weird and that something clearly happened and that Amber's lied about it.
Putting a statement out, acknowledging she lied and is sorry? Since you made her a public figure, it may be smart of her to clear the air.
Okay, we'll address
Interesting. That one was saying that Emily should make a statement and say she was lying. Yeah, Emily, tell you what. Maybe I'll email Emily again. I'm kidding. But seriously, why don't you make a statement?
No. I know that this is kind of Rachel's sense of humor. And on one level, I do appreciate the humor and the sass. I do. But just in the context of everything that's happening, just no, it's not okay to joke about. It's really not. That's really bad, Rachel.
Emily, and tell everyone that you were lying then. Support your girlfriend. Come out and support it. Admit that you're the one who left the door open, if it's true. But she's never going to do that because that's not what happened. And deep down, Emily's real conviction here is that she wants to defend herself. She would never, ever do that. It would be fascinating. Emily, make a statement. Do it. It's never going to happen.
that as well. We have one more.
Chatted $19.99. Even if ALR is telling the truth.
Oh, I know Rachel isn't kidding, and she will email her again. This is not over. I think that Rachel enjoys being that puppet master too much, and it's a matter of time. That's why we're still covering her. It's a matter of time. It'll happen again.
Truth, no one will believe it because she lies about small trivial things daily. Unfortunate but true. Can we also address that Wayne's was a goal we paid for, so by quitting them it's a scam? Face with monocle emoji.
I think we
balance scale emoji.
Yeah, thank you for the TTSs. I think we should do the weigh-ins personally. I have a scale.
All right, so let me
we'll
respond to all this, please.
So the first one is the leaked text messages.
So why didn't you tell your girlfriend? Because I didn't know that she was missing. So my girlfriend's house is extremely big, and
Okay, I'm about to fucking kick the fuck off. She said earlier in this exact live stream that she realised Rarity was missing an hour or two later. Didn't she just say that?
and when she left the sliding glass door open. It wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit. I did not notice until like an hour or 2 hours later because I was sitting at the kitchen table just like distraught, and I felt a cold breeze, and I was like, that feels different.
Or did she just say that she saw the door was open and felt the breeze? Is that what she's about to say? She felt the breeze but didn't worry about the cat?
And in one version, she kind of made it sound like the door had been left open, but it wasn't until hours later that she noticed the cold breeze. He's. Yeah. So I don't know. The story is all over the place, and I do agree with Rachel in this context. Rachel gives you the same vibe, the same vibe as someone who scored one role in a TV show and is trying to live off that accomplishment forever. Oh, nailed it, Aqua. Yes. Oh my god. Gosh. Bartholomew update. He's got the zoomies, wrestled my arm, and left the desk entirely. This is a big cat, right? He looks huge. Maybe it was just the angle. I don't know. He looks gorgeous, though. Mummy Rachel, you're at 1 point. I don't know how I feel about the mummy. Rachel is still obsessed and serious. Yeah, absolutely.
Cat? But she says in the conversations between her and Alexis that Rarity was an adventurous cat who would always go on the porch. So if you have a cat who you know is always on the porch, the second you see the door is open, you're going to look and think, hey, is the cat out here? And check where the cat is. So again, that makes no fucking sense, but I'll shut up. Let's let her tell her bullshit story.
The lowest floor is where all of the cats would go. It's like their own little safe haven, their own little, I don't know, place to just do whatever they want. And they would all hang down there, play with each other. So that was a very common thing for us to not see them for hours and hours.
Then except at the same time, she has said that Rarity was really clingy and would always be right by her like her little shadow. If she was there, Rarity was there. She said that herself.
Yeah.
So now she's trying to make us believe.
Sorry, yeah, I picked that up too. She actually said that in one single video where it's like, she's attached to my hip. I think I reacted to this video. She's attached to my hip, but also I wouldn't see her for hours at a time. And there are chickens that I would describe as attached to my hip when I go into their coop, where they just won't leave me alone. But those would never like walk off for hours at a time. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird discrepancy. I did see this. Cramlings. He's massive. He's over 7 kilos for a cat. He's bigger than both of your other cats combined. Ooh, big boy. Cuddly boy, I bet. If Rachel was more... Oh, also, hello. Naomi? I think I've got... Sometimes it's like when names are all together, I need to try and decipher. I think Naomi? Naomi Nicole, I think it is. Yes. If Rachel was more experienced with DV, she would be much more nuanced and not just anti-Amber. Yes. She can't see Amber Lynn as a true victim because ALR isn't a good victim to her. Yes. And especially if you have a very like binary black and white idea of what a victim looks like. And in this particular situation, I've said many a time, both of these women are perpetrators in their own way and victims of each other in their own way. And that can just be a thing. A victim can still be a perpetrator. Not always, but sometimes.
That Rarity would be down off in another room and she wouldn't see her for hours. But that's in direct contradiction with her own explanation of her cat. So it's like, what's going on?
They would come up to get something to drink, to eat. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So I just, in my...
Wait, but she said that the cats ate down there. She just said the cats would come upstairs to have something to eat and a little drink. But in the previous live stream where she kicked off about this and told this story, she said the cats ate down there.
And a lot of the cats, like her cat Daniel, Princess, Wasabi, Rarity, they all like to be in the basement. That's where they went to the bathroom. They would eat down there. They would play down there. They would just hang out down there. That's where they like to chill.
I'm certain she said the cats ate down there. So now the cats ate upstairs? So did they eat upstairs or downstairs? Which is it? Like, you're lying. You're lying.
Brain, I just did not think anything of it.
She's saying there that...
So what do you think that means to Rachel? I think I agree with Rachel, but Rachel is so like hyper fixated on proving that Amber is lying. And this was when she got stuck on the 2 kicks thing as well. It's like, we're not really in disbelief of what you're saying. I personally don't like the absolute language she uses, but that aside, I am actually inclined to agree with Rachel's theory. But what does that mean to Rachel to prove that Amber is lying about everything? Because is there a single one of us that has been in girl world for not even a decent amount of time, just some time, that don't know that Amber lies about everything? And who haven't seen hundreds of examples of her lying? It's odd, this fixation. Maybe this is the part that I'm kind of sensing is shifting to something sinister. She has almost an obsession-like fixation on proving that Amber is lying. This isn't T. This is Amber. This is part of her lol-ciness. Yeah, it's so weird. She's trying to prove that no matter what she did, Amber is still worse than her. That could be it. Veronica. Comment of the night. Amber lies and water is wet. I love that. Thank you so much. You're being so incredibly generous tonight. I appreciate you so deeply. Yep, she's obsessed. In your opinion, I agree. I think there's something... Oh, you think you think Rachel will feel it validates her stance / behavior towards Amber and Emily? Yes, and that kind of goes along with what I was saying of, you know, Rachel has this vibe about her of, well, Emily deserves it, or, well, Amber deserves it. And that line of thinking really concerns me, because that puts Rachel in the judge, jury, and executioner role. Do we necessarily want a single person being in that role for anybody? Because there's been some seriously scary stuff done in history with that kind of thinking. Who decides who deserves what? So yeah, a good comment.
She saw the door was open, and in her brain she thought nothing of it. But in the initial telling of the story, she said she saw the door was open and she just knew. She goes, that's when I knew. That's when I knew.
I opened these. I like peeked around the corner and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then that's when I knew. That's when I knew.
It just makes no sense. So are you the kind of person who sees the door is open and that's when you know? Or are you the kind of person who sees the door's open?
Yeah, Rachel is like, look guys, I had to flirt with Emily to prove to you how awful they are. Fully negating the fact that she also acknowledged that that was a DV victim who had clearly been going through some stuff as well. The logic doesn't track super well, which is what makes me feel like there's probably heavy emotion going on in there. You think Rachel is trying to convince Emily to leave Amber and go to her? It is a solid theory on the table, not gonna lie. Exactly, teardrop. Apparently you get a license to be judge and jury when you get a philosophy degree. You guys crack me up. She went after someone vulnerable to go after someone else vulnerable. Yes, and I mean, morals are a subjective thing. They're a grey matter to speak about. But, like, how does that sit with you? Is it okay to attack one victim to prove another? I don't know. I don't know. Hello, hidden opossum. Rachel is practically frothing at the mouth. We've seen that a few times. You don't think Rachel wants Emily, but you think she was offended that Emily went back to ALR after Rachel gave Emily attention. How dare she? I agree that there's evidence to back that theory because of, in her quote-unquote transparency, you know, I'm totally letting you guys know everything that's been happening, even though it's because I'm about to get caught. She became suspicious, she said, that they were talking again, and like, why does that matter? Why?
And thinks nothing of it. You tell me, if you have an animal and you notice that a door is open, do you immediately check that your animals are all still in the house? Because I fucking would. So, man, this woman is a lying piece of shit who lies.
Kremlings, you thought your original ick about Rachel was just your prejudice against the people you'd met with philosophy degrees. Turned out she reinforced your prejudices. Hashtag not all philosophy degrees.
And then the second one was going through the back door.
No,
to follow.
I could see it. I'm very clear. So I did not go to the back door to follow. Once I saw she went through the back door, I was too distraught to even care. She was gone by that point.
That's not what Emily said. So Emily claimed that Amber followed her to the door and that Emily closed the door on Amber, in Amber's face, when she was right there, according to Emily.
The other one, $50 from Kais, wants to ask if you'll ever reach out to your ex.
So is that the version that we're going to believe? Because that's what Emily said? But we can't trust that version either. It's interesting to me how it doesn't seem to matter what is said. She's going to lean on Emily's version almost always. Oh, interesting. She doesn't really make sense because she doesn't fully believe what she's saying, so she has to tie herself up in knots to keep trying to excuse herself. Insightful. Insightful. Yes. We cannot trust any of them. No. Including Rachel. I'm letting this play. I'm just stepping away from my desk very briefly. I'll be back, my nuggets.
For them to make a public statement about leaving the back door open, since they're now a public figure themselves.
So she's not a public figure,
She
but
sure as hell wants to be. She's sure as hell trying to be. The number of times she's contacted reaction channels.
I guess the only thing I could do is ask her.
Yeah, ask her. That nothing will come of that. Nothing will come of that.
What's next?
And then
hey, the weigh-in. So no, I'm not going to weigh in. So the goal was Amberlynn's going to fat camp. Let's lose weight for a fat camp and do weigh-ins until we go to fat camp. I'm not going to fat camp. I will no longer be doing weigh-ins.
That's just an absolute fucking cop-out. And once again, she's a professional queen scammer. Okay, so we're going to dive in at 27:20, where this super chat comes in. This is the super chat here. What date did Rarity go missing, and what time did you notice she was missing? So we're going to watch a couple of minutes here as well, because this is also interesting.
Was just
Feedback
out of
247 super chatted $19.99. What date did Rarity go missing? And what time did you notice she was missing?
They want to know the time and date.
Yes, if you look at Am's face there, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it or if I'm just projecting or imagining it or whatever. It looks to me like Amber has a little bit of duper's delight on her face right there. She's got this kind of little smile. She knows that she can't say what time she noticed Rarity went missing because she's given so many different versions of events that if she says it again, she'll almost certainly lie or get it wrong again. And the whole thing about the date, well, we know what date it was because it was the same date that they had the fight that Rarity went missing. The whole thing happened on the same night. So they had the massive fight, there was the nail digging incident, Emily left, and that was the morning that Rarity went missing. And Amber made she didn't make the flyer, but she circulated the flyer.
Do you know, I've lost count of how many videos Rachel has made or mentioned something about this particular Rarity story. Like, how many does it need to be? Oh, such a... Porcelain on Twitch, and I can't find your comment to pin it. Oh, that's a pain. And I remind you, Rachel still hasn't shown the flirty receipts, even though she said they'd be no big deal. And I add to that, even though she said, well, if we all saw them, we'd be like, oh, still haven't seen them. Hey, Southern Bonita, over on Twitch. Rachel's face is constantly flipping in and out of Jupa's delight smiles. Yeah. Yeah. She's quite interesting to watch through these. But yeah, like, how many videos, to my point, how many videos do you need to make about the one topic? We know Amber has lied at least once, although probably more like 6 times at this point. What has Darkwick done? I just saw this. You're out here giving the dark comparisons. I need to find it. What have you done, Darkwick? If any of you are familiar with quirky lore, Rachel is almost bordering on Cam vibes. Yes. Yes.
Flyer, and she knows
If
full
you know,
well
you know.
what date her cat went missing because she'll say, when did you last see them? November 17th. That was the date. Even I know the date. It was November 17th. So she does know the date. And she always has known. And once again, more reason to think that she's lying. When she read us her journals, which she claimed were completely true, she said that this happened on November the 4th. That's not accurate. That's a date that was way before this ever happened. So it just goes to show. She's lying, she's chatting shit. She can't even keep up with her own lies, you know?
147 underscore super chatted $27.01. Amber, Scooter mentioned on his channel you don't talk to him after leaving the LC.
Veronica. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I get at a loss and then I feel all Oh dear, I'm probably blushing, by the way. Oh, look, my chicken's blushing anyway. Best part, Rachel saying Emily liked her, but she didn't like Emily. Lars. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You caught alive. You did. All these. All these? I'm so happy so many agree. You're not nuts. No, you're definitely not. You are an observant nugget.
See you. Are you still on good terms? And has he really been Voldemorted? It's a bit sad if so. Everyone should be free to do what they want.
So the first question, when did she go missing, and then when did you notice?
So this feels like a rarity interview instead of like.
We'll get on to the next
See, this
ones.
is what I mean. How
But it is a rarity.
Thank you so much, Shally, for following on Twitch. Welcome.
Interview, in the sense that one of the most pressing lies that you've told is about your cat. One of the things that people are most trying to work out about you is, did you let your cat out? And we're giving you so many opportunities to try and prove that it's not true, and at every turn you make it look like it is true. And I'm relatively balanced about it. I know people think I'm not because I just talk about Amber all the time, but if you look at my channel, if you go back and watch the videos about Rarity, I held back from saying she let Rarity out on purpose this whole time. Like, I've been relatively balanced, and I won't say she killed her cat, she killed Rarity, because I don't think she killed Rarity necessarily, but I do think that she let her out on purpose. But I took ages to come to that decision. It's not.
Hold on, important questions being made. Vera, do you remember that 80s song, Check Out the Chicken? Every time your channel pops up, that song pops into your head. I have never heard of it, I don't think. I'm fairly clued in on 80s music. But it could just be that I don't know the name of it. I will look it up after this stream, though. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh, technology is fun.
Like we're all just harping on the same point. We have reasons to be worried about this and have this concern. It's not like we're just being hateful. There's significant evidence that you've lied about this, and when somebody lies about something, it's usually for a reason, normally self-defense and covering up. What do you need to cover up, Amber? That's my thought process on it.
Oh, they're so like. I don't remember the date. I don't remember what time it was. I don't remember these things.
But she just said a second ago that she noticed it.
Oh no, was I reading the chat and I fully missed her saying that she was fair and oh. I fully missed that. That slid right by me. Lucky you were all here to catch that. Can we talk about how Rachel thinks she would believe ALR if she ever did tell the truth? She would pick it apart either way. Yes, she would. She absolutely would. I don't know if at this point Rachel has the ability to be objective when it comes to Amber. I think we've fully crossed that line at this point. I did, and you were in bloody shock. Are you channeling your inner Aussie there, the walking wrinkle? I'm sorry. You know what? I have one job, to come up here, listen to what Rachel says, and then criticize it. Yeah, she's too personally involved to be objective. Absolutely. And it's a shame because I think we all liked her takes at first, but crossing that line into the sewer spelunking has just completely undermined everything now. Oh, is it really? Oh, I suppose it is. Bloody is also very Yorkshire. So we're linked in that. There you go. There you go.
7 a.m. Or was that her saying she saw the door was open at 7 a.m? Either way, you'd remember the time because you'd remember roughly, was it the evening or the morning? Was it the afternoon? You know, you'd remember that. You'd remember where you were the moment you went, oh, fuck, where's the cat? Like, you'd remember that, right? Am I wrong? No, you would. She's such a liar.
So, sorry.
I think, like, through reaction channels, they had figured that it was, like, in the middle of the night, like 4 to 5 a.m.
Well, that's true.
Oh. Rachel hates Amber and she doesn't even know her. That's weird. Does she hate her? That is still a question mark over my head. Oh, why are we talking about Spike from Buffy? I am in on this conversation. I just don't know what's happened, but yes, Spike from Buffy. Rachel obviously watches these videos back to edit. It's wild she can't see what we all see when she's doing it. Yeah, I think she's just in too deep at this point. It's just, I don't know, fully blind. You know, the whole can't see the forest for the trees kind of situation? Oh, he does. Yes, of course he does. You are right. He says bloody a lot. Veronica, do I have to answer this question? Because you all know, every time you start with these sorts of things, then I start getting the visuals and I just... let's just leave it there. Let's watch the video.
True, because that's when we were having the argument, so I do know that.
It was before the Billie Eilish concert, like a day before or two.
No, it was after.
No, so that's where they have it wrong. It was after the Billie Eilish concert.
Yeah, I mean, nobody said it was before. We know it's after. I've always known. Everybody knows.
Days after. It had nothing to do with Billie Eilish.
I knew it was somewhere around there.
Well, I'm just saying, they're really good at lying and spinning the narrative, so.
That's so stupid.
Do we want to see Bartholomew? I closed my thing too. Oh, one job. I'm glad that the Twitter is public. Me trying to navigate X for like, oh look. Look at the boy. That's gorgeous. Sometimes your aphantasia is a blessing. You've got no visuals of anything, but it can describe terrible things for other people. Yeah, I am the complete opposite. I get some very, very, very strong visuals from some of the questions you all ask. Gorgeous, thank you.
Stupid. Nobody has said that it was before the Billie Eilish concert. Not one person. Everybody knows what date both of those events happened.
Yeah. And for the second TTS, the old host on Bus has been Voldemorted. The hosts aren't supposed to talk about them, right? We can't say their names or whatever. There's like certain rules about that.
Yeah, so I'm just not going to answer that. Sorry.
Yeah.
At Kais75 super chatted $50. Reaction channels.
Why does he keep doing that? I don't understand.
Don't create rumors out of thin air. They take leaks from people in your life and content from your own videos. You did when you took your life public and made your partners and friends public. Be smarter going forward. Team fup fup.
So Keith...
It's so true. It's so true. People are saying, oftentimes anyway, like, leave her alone, let her grow, let her change, stop talking about her personal life. The thing is that Amber is a business. She's a brand. Her actual life and her real life and her content are meshed into one. But the truth is, she has chosen to monetize that stuff and make it into a commodity. And she sells it as a product, effectively, via advertising on YouTube. You can interact with and consume her content, her product. And there are other people like myself and other reaction channels who make money talking about the product.
I don't appreciate being lumped in with Rachel like that. Myself and other reaction channels. This is, no, I need some separation going on here from what Rachel is compared to other reaction channels. Rachel said she had a fair and balanced assessment of Amber. I'm so sad I missed that. I don't want to rewind it because you all heard it. But appalling. Oh, you think you managed to send me a picture of your dog on Instagram? Oh, okay. I'll definitely do this tonight because my community tab's not working, but feel free to send me pictures of your animals on my community tab. Hopefully it'll be working for the next stream and we can go through them all. I'll keep the video playing while I pull it up.
They take the product, they make it into something else, like we do with reactions, and we repackage or make a new product almost out of it, right? I understand that the content itself is about her life, but she chooses to turn that life into a commodity. So it's her decision. If she stopped making content, I would have to stop making Amber videos because there'd be nothing to talk about, right? It would stop. When I thought she was being demonetized and never coming back, I didn't make videos for ages. So it's like she can say, oh, you guys are so weird, leave me alone. No, you are engaging in this actively by choice because you are consistently selling this product. So I think that it's like she's thinking about it wrong. She thinks that it's her real life. It's not. It's something that she is selling. This is content filmed and uploaded and produced and put on the internet for profit. That's what her videos are. That's what her live streams are. That's what her time on YouTube has been. This is a show that she chooses to make, and therefore we are fine as commentary channels to talk about that show. It's just unfortunate.
Oh, I've just put it in a snip so that I don't dox anyone, but that's gorgeous. Look at that face. Beautiful. And I've just realized that I have a whole bunch of people hidden in my requests that I've missed. So I'm so sorry if you sent me a message and I haven't responded. I have been slack.
Fortunate that she's such an awful person that it's ended up this way, but that's her fault, you know? Sorry, I'm getting on my soapbox a little bit. I just feel like this whole Amber's a victim and everyone's bullying Amber is such a BS like way to spin it. That's not what's happening here. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's taking this to the bank, and everybody else is free to do so as well. That's what I think.
So then another 50 is saying, you know, it probably is the reaction channel's fault. Yeah.
So that's not true. Reaction channels do create a lot of rumors, like things that literally are so off the wall insane and everyone believes it. And I'm like,
we don't create the rumor. We take the content that you have made and monetized, and then we talk about the content.
Yeah, I'm really gonna need some separation. This whole lumping us all in together, no, this is not okay. We need a new word for whatever Rachel is as a commentary channel, but she can't just call herself a reaction channel. It doesn't feel good. Like, as you're all saying, as British people, you don't claim her. As a reaction channel, we don't claim her. It's not good.
Content like the Libby stuff where she's discussing graphic sex acts with a 15-year-old child next to her, and she's giggling and laughing and looking at the child to see if they're going to laugh and interact with her, a 20-plus-year-old adult discussing sexual acts. So if I see that and then I make a video saying, is it possible that Amber might behave inappropriately around children, that's fine because it comes from something she did. We don't sit here and make up complete bullshit stories. No. We respond and react and use our reason and our brains based on what you have chosen to monetize on the internet. If you don't like it, stop doing it. That's like, I'm sorry, but that's that.
That is just not.
Actually, perhaps there already is a word for it. Perhaps it's stalker. That's kind of concerning when you think about it. Spalenka channel is good. I liked Girl Groupie. Yeah.
Not fucking true. And that happens 95% of the time.
That's such fucking bullshit.
The next question is another hard one, right? We loaded up the harder ones at the beginning. This is about the feeder allegations and your public breakup with your ex Tommy, right? From 2024, right?
Just to add as well, anyone who didn't see my previous video, in that video I discussed how I think that the reason Amber goes for masculine presenting lesbians is because actually she wants a man, but she's intimidated by men, doesn't know how to handle them. So she goes for masc presenting women because she feels that they're easier to interact with, but also she thinks of them as men in her head. That's my theory. And that just ties in when she gave.
Okay, my nuggets. We are getting to the time of year where something new needs to happen for this particular time slot. So because the chickens are essentially solar powered, so when it starts to get dark, they want to go to bed. It's going to get to a point where chickens need to go to bed during the stream. So I thought what I could do is just leave the video playing so that you can all interact, and then I can come back after. The issue that happens is Tay really doesn't accept my husband putting him to bed. He gets very pissy and quite pissy for a couple of days after it, to be perfectly honest. So what I'm going to do is, just keep it going. What you really need is chicken cam. We can keep it going, and then I'll step away. My husband will take care of all the other chickens. I'll just do Tay and then come back. It should only be like 5 minutes. But yeah, does that sound okay for everybody? I know that we'd be finishing the stream shortly anyway, but it's just going to get earlier and earlier, basically. Chicken cam. He want updates. He's such a particular boy. He's really yeah. He's special. Rachel is obsessed with Amber's sexuality. Yeah, so what we're going to do, my husband's going to message me when Tay-Tay is ready for bed, because Tay-Tay loves to do romantic evening walks with his girls, where he literally does figures of 8 throughout his little coop fence area, and he like walks around and finds the bugs, and he just struts his stuff for a while. So when he's ready to go to bed, I'll go out, leave this playing, and then come back for a little bit more. Cool. I'm glad you're all on board. This is just part of being a chicken tender, unfortunately.
Gave Tommy an internet name. The name she gave Tommy was a male name. Just interesting, right? I thought.
It sparked a bunch of rabbit holes regarding the feeder allegations with their past. There's a lot of blurred lines when it comes to the privacy about who you're dating.
Super chatted $20. You were toxic in the relationship, but Tom betrayed you in ways that are publicly humiliating and unforgivable. You being back together is disappointing. What does your mom think about you being back together? Fupa, love you.
A lot of Fupa love. We'll address that question with this one right after. Thank you, Heller. So,
I love that. Tay-Tay is the sweetest boy. You might want to ask my husband if he's the one putting him to bed, because all of a sudden all of that sweet goes somewhere. I don't know. But as soon as I walk out there, he's all like good sweet boy again. It's very manipulative. Chickens are actually very manipulative.
There's a lot of blurred lines when it comes to the privacy of who you're dating, right? Since you are in the public's eye, a lot of your content is centered around who you are and your life and your lifestyle. Do you feel an obligation to protect your partners in the future?
Southern Bonita, chicken tender. Oh no. That's actually an official term within the communities. It's what we all call ourselves. Michael, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome.
From the Hater Nation, do you think if for some reason...
That's a twisting of the question. What we want to hear about is the feederism, but he's twisting it into, do you struggle? What are you going to do to protect your partners? How about don't lie about them? Don't put them on the internet. Don't date a feeder. That would have been a fantastic place to start.
Oh, I kind of dig that idea. Spicy Ginger, how about making a kind of bonding break when the sun will set even earlier? Like you're talking about similar to like what Charlie Gold does. I might be able to make a chicken themed one. Maybe I'll do an edit of chickens. Tay-Tay is so much better than most of us. If you know, you know. Sounds like our friend's dairy farm. They can only keep 3 black calves because the brown ones will get bullied. Chickens are very manipulative, like Amber level. Worse, they're actually really smart, like stupid smart. I was once, if you've met my chickens, this will mean nothing to anybody who hasn't seen them, but the tiny little bantam silky salt manipulated me for 6 months. And then when she was found out, continued to attempt the manipulation. Coffee Junkie, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome.
Start, you know.
And if your relationship doesn't go well, and you break up and you find a new partner, would you want to keep them more behind the scenes in the future?
I feel like there's so many questions at once. All right, let me try it out. I have always felt the need to protect my partners. I mean, it goes back to like stupid shit like Beck, where I was like, yeah, Beck paid for the engagement ring because we were engaged for like 2 seconds. I was like, Beck paid for it because I didn't want them to look. Hold on.
Wow, Holy Jordan super chatted $20. You uploaded the content. Nothing is behind a paywall. You used the drama of her missing cat to manipulate her GF. You hoped she would feel bad for you and change her mind, asking you to stay with her. She was begging you to leave.
It's absolutely true. There's literally proof of Emily being desperate for Amber to leave. I have a voice note of Emily saying, I can't wait that long. Emily was desperate to get Amber out of her house. So maybe you'll hear that at some point.
Okay, we'll address that as well.
Someone just asked me to flash my tits.
Did they?
We're
Oh,
not addressing that because we're literally just looping. So I'm done addressing the Rarity situation. Like it's literally a loop at this point. I would never in a million years. No offense. I love you, Tommy. I know you're watching. No offense. I would never choose a partner over my aunt.
I love that. Chickens are like ALR, no worse. They're very smart. Yep. You can quote me on that. Okay, I've got the call. I'm going to leave this playing. Enjoy my nuggets. I'm sad I will miss it because my headphones won't reach that far, but you'll have to fill me in. I'm sure it's juicy.
Animals.
Yeah.
She has done that so many times. So many times. Even when she was at Emily's house and Emily said to her, "Can you let my dogs out for a wee?" She wouldn't even let her dogs out. She didn't even get out of bed or off her ass to let Emily's dogs out. She chooses herself over her animals over and over and over again. This is just not true.
Ever.
Also, lame. Emily's watching. She's probably watching this too. Hey, Emily, what's up, girl? I'm just kidding. Oh, it's all fun and games.
Sorry.
Mods, 24-hour timeout on sexual harassment. Okay, just don't let him be here for a day. If it continues, we see those names, record them, and we'll just kick them out of their fucking channel.
There was another super chat by Heller that I think we got sidetracked on. Was you were toxic in the relationship, but Tom betrayed you in ways that are publicly humiliating and unforgivable. You being back together is disappointing. What does your mom think about being back together?
And Fupa, love you.
My mom just wants me happy.
Well, I mean, that is such a huge part of the problem, right? Amber's mum just wants her happy. Amber's mum just wants her daughter, her sweet little baby daughter, who she feels so awful for the life that she's had. She just wants her to be happy. Happiness is this kind of ultimate goal. Not health, not reality, not maturity, not independence. She just wants her happy. You know, you can play whatever music you want in the car, Amber, as long as you're happy. You eat what you want. I'll drive you to Cheesecake Factory, as long as you're happy. That is the biggest cop-out ever. And I think her mum does that because of that significantly deep guilt that she feels about Amber's upbringing. We're going to stop that section there. I'm going to move on now to the next bit. So at about 49 minutes in, she talks about Rarity again and her journal for her little 5-minute clip. So we'll dive into that now.
Feedback
Yes.
247 super chatted $19.99. Your GF and you have both said you journal on your MacBook then transfer it by hand because it calms you. Why was your writing so horrible in the journal where you recount Rarity going missing, and you scratching your GF?
Okay.
No, she said that
These
journals.
questions.
She said that she journals in her journal and then transfers it to her Mac, right?
Are you seeing these questions? Why was your writing so horrible in the journal? Because I write really fucking fast in my fucking journals. And sometimes I write really neat when I'm in a really calm mood. But when I'm not, I'm like...
So that is a straight up contradiction to what she said prior. She did in fact say that she would write her journals in her Mac and then transfer them over into her diary. If I can find the clip, I'll put it here. I've got it somewhere. If there isn't a clip here, I'm sorry. I was either being lazy or I just couldn't find it.
I type quicker than I write, and my brain works really fast when I'm journaling. So it's easier for me to just get it out really quickly on my MacBook, and then I write it down in my journal, which is honestly so relaxing to me. For a lot of people, it's weird and confusing, but for me, it is honestly the best journaling process I have ever had. It's relaxing, it's therapeutic, and it truly has helped me be more in tune with myself, especially as of recently.
But not only that, this is actually a brilliant moment to bring up this point. So somebody DM'd me the other day and said that they were chilling out, they were watching a Zachary Michael video, and in that video, Zachary showed this screenshot. Now, this is a screenshot of an Instagram message, an Instagram Q&A that Amber did while she was in Wisconsin. And you'll notice, if you look at that, Amber says in that Q&A that she didn't take her journals to Wisconsin. Now, I thought that was quite fascinating. If that's true and she didn't take her journals, then when she wrote the journals out, she wasn't in Wisconsin, so she would have been over it, calmed down, writing about the past. But the way that she reads it, it sounds like she's written it then and there. So once again, more proof that those journals are total BS. Also, she claimed that she wrote them at the time, but actually the way that she spoke and the wording that she used was identical to the wording that she used in the live stream that was filmed or recorded like 8 months after. If you want to know about the journals and all that stuff, you can go watch this video where I talk about all of that. But there is no doubt that those journals were not written when she claimed that they were. If you want to see proof of that, you can go watch that video. But yeah, so just thought I'd mention that.
Holy shit. Anyways,
fair.
I don't know if my girlfriend even wants me to read this, but I'm going to. So she texted me and she said, "I know you wouldn't choose them over me. I wouldn't ever want you to talk about my pets. I'm very sorry and regretful that I said those things. I let the heat of the moment get the best of me, and I said things I regret so much." So,
I mean, the fact that she regrets saying them, if that's even true, and if Emily even is speaking to her, and if Emily did even send that message and it's not Amber just lying and making it up, then Emily's not saying there that she lied. She's saying she regrets saying them. That's not the same as saying that they're untrue. What Emily needs to do, if she's got any fucking bollocks, is come out and make a statement saying that she admits that she lied about that stuff, that Amber didn't do the stuff that she said, that Emily is the one who left the door open. But Emily won't do that because Amber is lying. If Emily really wanted to support their relationship, she could come out and say, no, I lied to Rachel. Everything I said to Rachel wasn't true. Everything I said to Mr. Snowflake wasn't true. I was just trying to make Amber look bad.
I have returned. He was a good boy. Nice and quick. and I looked in to do the fluffy butt count to make sure everyone was in his coop, and there was Brittany, his best girl, trying to climb under him. Although, to be fair, Tay does have the softest tummy floof. So what did I miss? Rachel talks like she was there with Amber and Emily. She's so obsessed. Okay, so I see I missed the normal stuff. Rachel says ALR breathes wrong. Yeah, the farms did dox Rachel's girlfriend, unfortunately, which I don't love. You love your husband's tummy floof, so totally understandable. Walking Wrinkle, I love your sense of humor. Rachel got naked and danced around. You really missed it. I don't know if that's something I want to see. I feel like that might be a little much of Rachel. You missed Rachel flirting with Emily. Okay, but you guys always say that when I like have to step away for a moment. Sus Chuggin is sus. Just censor it for the replay crew and you'll be golden.
But that's not going to happen. But it would be interesting if it did happen. Petition to get Emily to say that. I'm just shit staring at this point, but yeah.
Okay.
She literally just sent that to me.
What's this part about scratching your girlfriend? Is there a story there that I'm missing?
This is
How
so
could you not know about the scratch? Come on, Tech.
exhausting because it's like stuff I've talked about already, and it's like I feel like this
Just because you've talked about it, though, doesn't mean you've ever actually answered the question. It might be hard to talk about, but you're the one who lied about it, so you've got no one to blame but yourself. You went live on a monetized live stream and lied about DV, so...
This is going to bleed into my personal life, and I really hate it, and it's not okay.
This is like the lore episode.
The what?
Your lore.
This is just the lore episode, so we don't have to look about this, where I have no idea what's going on anymore. We're going to get it all out today.
No, we're hardly getting it out. No one's pushing back. Amber's just talking shit and lying. They need someone on there who's actually going to push back. The only reason this is calm and has a relative amount of decorum is because nobody's pushing back at Amber's lies.
So, like I said,
what happened to loving Fupa? What happened to, Fupa doing the right thing and pushing back? It's never going to work. It's a fallacy that can't work, because in order for Amber to be dramatic, they need somebody on there who, challenges her. But having somebody on there who challenges her will make her leave. So it can never work. And now Fupa's been essentially muzzled at this point as well. And so what? She'll be kicked off? Just like Scooter was? Okay, there are things being said in the chat that I cannot repeat. Behave yourselves, nuggets.
When I get really unhinged, I want to talk about things right then and there. If you walk away from me and need space. Wait, I'm talking about past tense, Emerlyn, because this is so different now. So like this.
Not true. There's no way that's true. I'm sorry, but ha ha ha. I've taken some Zoloft and now I'm a completely different person. Please pull the other one.
But back then, like, I would need to talk about it genuinely right then and there. And she wanted. I hate, like, this is where it's like, Amberlyn, you're toxic as fuck, right? So she wanted space, but I was scared because my BPD was genuinely telling me she's about to leave me for the rest of my life and I'm going to be alone and everyone hates me. Like, it was scary. Hold on.
247 super chatted $19.99. Fupa, you must be playing good cop tonight. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji.
Thank you. Fupa has been
being like a good cop.
They want me to fight. They like it when I fight.
It's so weird. It's so weird. It's like if Fupa's not screaming down my throat.
Did they really, Amanda? They asked Milky again to be a host less than a week ago. I think that Milky would be decent on there. I think the issue with the previous one was that she wasn't prepared for it. But would that be the right move for her? I assume she said no. Because I feel like anybody that goes on here as a reaction channel is going to be set up for failure. So it needs to really be very carefully thought through. Is that going to be the right call for your brand? In response to putting the behavior away, you got to keep the behavior out to fight the YouTube censorship. Yeah, in all honesty, stuff that you say in the chat shouldn't be too bad for my end of things, but yeah. No, I love your sense of humor. Wrinkle, please continue. She said no, but she would come back once if they paid her. Yeah, that's probably a smart decision on her behalf. I keep trying to catch her lives, but she likes to stream while I'm asleep. Because I've heard that she is among the reaction channels who still have a decent kind of reputation in the space, and I'd really like to see what she's all about. I haven't been able to catch her.
Throat, taking my tonsils out and stomping on them, then she's not doing her job.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Well, she's not doing her job though, because your lies are going unchecked in this live stream. So Fupa's not doing her job at the moment, in my opinion.
If Fupa is playing expert witness, because there's things that Fupa's been commenting on that weren't in part of the research that I got, and she's making good points and having you address additional things to the questions I'm asking.
I kind of agree that she is, but at the same time, she's clearly been told by Keemstar to lay off Amber. They've clearly been told the way the show has been moving is not working, and so you need to change it up. That's
Aqua, you're afraid to swear in chat in case I read out the message and you get me in trouble. Well, firstly, swear words for the most part are not very censored. Secondly, I am really good at censoring in real time. I think it would be difficult to catch me. That is not a challenge, my nuggets do. Thank you so much, Veronica. Just a reminder, my Chukin besties, Rachel, called DVT. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, she did. What a wonderful time to remind everyone of that.
evidently what's happening. Fupa just does as she's told.
So, I mean, I think it's great what Fupa's doing.
Yeah, so anyways.
Rarity's Revenge, Fupa not entertaining at all. Bitch, didn't you try out and you didn't get the part? I must be more entertaining than you, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Fuck it.
I mean, click it. All right.
Click it.
Me and Gemini, we thought about it.
I hate Gemini.
Okay, so what was I talking about? Holy shit.
The
Oh, yeah,
scratch.
so it was one of those moments where it was like a BPD moment, right? And at the time, like, Tommy had, like, clothes on the floor. There was, like, multiple dog beds because we both have a dog. Her dog is bigger than mine. Like, so it's just, like, a lot, right? And then she had this random rug. And she's trying to, like, leave the room. And I'm like, no, don't. Like, I'm like, just imagine, like, the ugliest cry you can ever. Don't. Whatever.
Ew. We don't need to imagine, girl. We've seen you do it on your live stream.
She's trying to leave the room. And I'm like, please don't. Da, da, da. I end up tripping over the rug while following her, right? And I, like, hold on.
She's about to say
So something that I've noticed about Rachel, I don't know if you've picked it up as well, but every time she feels like she's done a mic drop moment on Amber, like she just did, and I'm sorry, why am I highlighting? What have I accidentally clicked on? Your potty mouth shall be unleashed in moderation. Sorry, I accidentally clicked. As soon as she does that kind of, you know, mean girl mic drop moment, she immediately, like, either touches her necklace or covers her mouth or touches her hair, which kind of makes me wonder if she's not actually comfortable doing it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. No problem, Southern Manita. Thank you so much for coming. It's 3 a.m. there. Definitely look after your sleep. We're nearly done here anyway, because it is nearly dinner time. It's her smug move. Maybe she's proud of it. Maybe that's why she does personal grooming after it.
she tripped over the rug while following her, and then as she's falling there was some whatever, but that's not what happened. According to Emily, Emily said, I'm leaving now, I'm gonna go now, get out of the way, and that is when Amber grabbed her and dug her nails in, and Emily said that Amber said, no you're not, as in no you're not leaving, and that's when she dug her nails in. That is way more believable to me than Amber, who can barely walk, tried to catch her girlfriend in her arms like fucking Titanic style or whatever. Don't believe it. Anyway, let's let her tell us her bullshit.
Super chatted $20. Techer weird, no one's.
You can hear a thirsty doggo. You can hear that? Really? I'm sort of impressed by my microphone in this moment. That's Maxie. And he is indeed a thirsty boy.
Stuck up for you in the VC. What are you talking about?
Rabbits, what is your Discord name? So I know you were in the room. Anyways, keep going.
Sorry, but someone said click it, clock it, bop it, and I thought that was funny as fuck.
Yeah, actually, that was Thick Gemini who said that today on Lookout Hero. It was really funny.
Keys coming in again with TTS.
Kais75 super chatted $20. I think Fupa is doing a good job keeping a balance of asking or clarifying points, while also listening and letting Amber explain. And Tech, you are doing a good job directing the convo.
Yeah, not every episode is going to be the same. Like, there's already been plenty of episodes of us screaming and fighting, trust, and there's going to be plenty more.
Yeah, like this conversation would not be...
I mean, it's just fake. It's all fake.
...productive if we were screaming at each other.
Well, the conversation wouldn't be productive for you because you would have your ass handed to you and you don't want that. So Fupa's being quiet in the lore episode, which has clearly been told to do by Keemstar, so that you can get your version of the story out, so that you can spin your narrative. It's really ironic that she claims that reaction channels are trying to spin a narrative when that's literally exactly what she herself is doing.
But anyway, so yeah, I didn't... Yeah, I tripped. And like my big Bulbasaur body was going into Tommy, and then she was like falling to the floor, and I went to like pick her up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but anytime Amber gets animated in this over-the-top way, I always think she's lying. It's accompanied many a lie in the past, and I have no reason to think it's not this time either. Also, if you can hear the drinking, you might also hear some heavy breathing. That is also Maxie. I'm not being weird over here with my microphone. Just a heads up. He does not care that I'm trying to stream.
Like, grab her. It was a whole fucking mess. And then, see, this is why I feel like it's going to leak into my life, so I'm just going to...
Hang on. You can tell that she's watched her previous version of this story, because the way that she just said that was like exactly the same way that she said it when she tried to explain it in the first place. Even down to the way she insulted her body, because when she said it before, she said, my bullshit of a body got in the way, and here she said, my bulbous body. It's the same both times.
Say the parts that I did wrong and not her, because it's like, I don't want... it's making me uncomfortable, but that's what happened.
You said that she kicked you in your arena.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So we're both in a state of adrenaline, and obviously in that moment she thought that I was like physically abusing her, and looking at it through her lens, I could see that.
Yeah, that's just an absolute cop-out. That is not what Emily said happened. And the fact that Emily, yeah, look, somebody in the chat says tell the full story. Yeah, she paused.
I don't like the phrasing of that. That to me absolutely reads as abuser.
There, she hasn't actually talked about the nail marks. She hasn't actually talked about that. She just said, I tried to grab her, and she's claiming that she's sort of insinuating that that's when the nail marks happened, but she hasn't actually explicitly said it. This is just, I'm sorry I keep saying this, but it's just so obvious that this is not a factual thing that she's saying here. I can't wait for Emily to realise how embarrassing this is and flip on Amber and tell us all the truth. Like, I honestly feel like touching the poo again just because I know it would be, I'm not going to, don't worry.
Okay, that's twice now she's made that joke. It's absolutely going to happen. My nuggets, I'm telling you, the cluck-ups happen on average approximately 2 months apart. Every 2 months, we can expect another major cluck-up. She is already experiencing the itch to go sewer spelunking. We're not even saying she's touching the poo. She is going sewer spelunking. And this is absolutely going to happen. Mark my words, my nuggets. I am predicting. When are we on schedule? Next month. Do you think she can wait until next month? Absurd.
sorry. But I know that if somebody just pushed and just gave Emily a little bit of an opportunity, she would flip and tell us all the truth, because there's no way that this is fine with her. There's no way she's fine with Amber saying all of this shit when she knows she didn't kick Amber. It's just, man, this must be pissing.
She's gathering her spelunking gear. Okay, so where my mind went is like full-on scuba suit. She'll need a little windscreen wiper on her, her goggles. I don't believe she stopped touching it. The shit is sticky and she's a moth in a glue trap. You could be right. You could be right. But we're just looking for the major cluck-ups. It will happen. It's on its way. It's already started, in my opinion.
Pissing Emily off. Hi, by the way, Emily, I know you're watching.
I said I need to leave, and she grabbed my arm, and she was like, "No, you're not," and like squeezed the shit out of it, with her nails.
Like, oh.
So she regularly gets privacy strikes, apparently, from Emily, and yet she keeps putting her likeness, she keeps putting her voice into her videos. And, like, I know that morals are different for everybody. I really get that. But if I had somebody that I was covering that was so deeply upset by it that they wanted to privacy strike, I would just go like, plenty of other fish in the sea. We'll go find somebody else. Not a big deal, you know? Like, you barely even have to start looking for somebody new and entertaining to watch. She is doing this deliberately to bait Emily. She's doing this to try and get Emily to talk to her, to respond to her, to bite, in my humble opinion. What else could it be? Why else would you keep doing this? It's like, you know, the equivalent of pulling somebody's hair in a playground and pretending you don't like them. This is absurd. It gives toxic ex still tagging you in things on Instagram despite you untagging yourself. Hi, Emily, I know you're watching. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, she's giving stalker. Yeah. She really is. This is just pure bait because she knows Emily's watching. And I would believe that Emily is watching, to be fair.
Oh my god, why is this bitch like grabbing my arm? Like, I can fully see why she thought that, but that's not what happened. I don't know.
Okay. We've answered the super chats.
I mean, it's crazy that, sorry, that took me ages to pause there, but it's crazy that she suggests that her trying to catch her girlfriend from falling while she herself was falling, and that somehow resulted in her digging her nails into her. I don't believe it. Sorry, I don't believe it. I think Emily's version of events is so much more believable, where Emily says she grabbed me and went, "No, you're not," and explained that that's how she dug her nails in.
You're imagining that they start censoring photos, etc., by assigning each person a chicken sticker. That is not a bad idea. I may steal that. So poignant. The walking wrinkle. This is Rachel still flirting. It is. And we know that because given the dynamic between Amber and Emily and why Emily keeps going back, even though Amber has been so toxic with all of the crash outs and airing all of their dirty laundry all over the internet, Emily responds to that. Rachel knows Emily responds to that kind of activity.
That is so much more believable and in line with Amber's previous behaviour and what Amber herself has said she does, which is doesn't let people leave, wants them to stay. And Casey said that Amber dug her nails into his arm as well. So, you know, is it this 600-pound woman falls over and tries to save another person who's also falling and somehow accidentally digs her nails into them? Or is it the person who has a proven history of digging her nails into people in the past did the same thing again? You know what I mean? You want me to believe your version of events? Sorry, I'm too smart for that. We're all too smart for that.
Answer that question. The next one is the mass exodus of your channel, right? The deleting the videos, the being unmonetized, you know, late 2025. It seems like
back 247 super chatted $19.99. Did you throw a code Red Mountain Dew?
Can I just point out something else? The way she always arranges, see this. This is her her desktop capture, right? Her video capture. And do you notice that she always cuts off the part of Fupa cheese to make it smaller, which makes sense because she also wants herself to be in the frame. But my sense of design, I would match that on this side, right? So that this is central, and then that gives you more space to move it across, which gives more space for Rachel. But Rachel always leaves the entirety of Amber. Always. Just saying. An observation.
You at Destiny? Frowning face emoji, smiley face emoji.
Look at that face. She's smiling and laughing. With that to me is a guilty smile. I really think it looks like that to me. So, I don't know, man. She definitely threw that code red at Destiny. I have a whole video about it. You want to watch it? It's that one.
Soda at Destiny? Like Destiny the streamer?
No.
Or Destiny?
My ex-girlfriend, that never happened. See, I'm not a physically abusive person. I have been mentally abusive in the past due to like my me not being aware of why I am the way I am. Like I was a fuck.
I'm sorry, but saying I was mentally abused in the past because I wasn't aware of me being the way I am, you weren't aware that you were mentally abusive. She's just, oh my god, she's something else. And also her saying that I'm not a physically abusive person. We've seen her threaten physical abuse against Fupa. We've seen her bang her hands up and down on the table multiple times. There are significant numbers of exes who've come out and claimed that they were physically harmed by Amber. We have her claiming in every single one of those instances that she was the one who was physically harmed, which is classic liar, narcissistic behaviour to say that what you did to somebody is actually what they did to you. All you have to do is watch this person speak and then watch Casey speak, and you can tell me which one of those two people is lying. And I don't think it's Casey. If Casey wasn't lying, then Amber dug her nails into Casey. As we know, Amber has a track history of never fucking changing. Her behaviour has not changed, and there's now another ex who's claimed the same thing. I know who I believe, and, you know, that's all I have to say on that.
Fucking hot mess, like let me tell you. But I am not a like physically abusive person. I was with Beck for 5 fucking years, and I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10 we hated each other. And I never once hit them, threw anything at them, pushed them, pulled them. They would have been the one, baby girl. But I'm just not like that.
Yeah.
So.
Saying they would have been the one, baby girl, is such a odd thing to say. They would have been the one. Why? What does that mean? Oh, so you understand when somebody might be violent, but you claim that you didn't do it to Beck, and if you were going to, they would have been the one. Why would you even say that? Having the capacity to say, that's my ex who I would have physically abused if I was going to physically abuse any of them is very strange. My theory there is that she never needed to do anything physical with Beck, because Beck was, like, high on medication loads of the time and not well, and let Amber get away with everything. The reason that she had this altercation with Emily was because Emily pushed back, and Destiny pushed back. And it sounds like Casey pushed back as well. Beck was the one who was...
Yeah. So we have a lot of various types of trauma in this, like, live, but also in the replay nuggets. I know you're going to hear that. And I don't love Rachel's reaction to this. I think that this is heinous on Amber's behalf, that this came out of her mouth. That is somehow Amber keeps hitting new lows. Like, I think that she's going to be at the base level of her operating state and then manages to just... I hope everyone's okay hearing that. It's a bit rough. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, I think it's clear, without a doubt, that Amber is a perpetrator. I think we have so many examples that we could reach from for that. But even, like, her partners have done so much for her. And Beck especially. So much. And to hear that, I hope Beck never hears that. Appalling.
Was manipulated so thoroughly by Amber that they ended up just letting anything happen. They couldn't stop it. They didn't push back. So Amber didn't need to be physical. That's what I think. That sentence was so telling.
And I don't like what Rachel's saying here either. I don't think that's the reason. I think that these situations are very complex, and to just devolve it down to she didn't need to know. That's not how this works, Rachel. This is just not it. Oh, Isabel, no problem. Go look after your sleep. I always advocate that. We're not going much longer. You won't miss too much. I'm going to crash on this note before you get more frustrated. Yeah. It was the same waffling into nothingness. I suddenly come back online when Vera talks. I love that.
They would have been the one, baby girl. That is odd, man, to say about physically abusing somebody. Nah. Why would they have been the one? I feel like if you were to scratch away and think more into that sentence, that's so revealing.
So
Didn't you get in a fight with Destiny's mom? And like something about a Keurig thing being thrown?
yeah, Destiny's mom, which Destiny has even confirmed because Destiny watched the whole thing go down. I didn't hit back not one time. I'm a pathetic loser in that way. I do not like violence. So Destiny's mom is just wailing at me, punching me, slapping me.
Funny that use of that term, wailing at me, is exactly how Casey described what Amber did to him.
Our bed was in the living room. Next to the bed was a dresser. In front of the dresser was a table. Between the table and the bed was her, over me, wailing on me.
She got a fucking Keurig thing, started wailing on, like, yeah. Yep.
That sucks.
I would hate to see that.
Destiny has confirmed that is what happened. Destiny didn't say anything about her mum hitting Amber with a physical thing, I don't think, but Destiny did confirm that Amber didn't do anything in that situation.
Does.
About your channel, right? How long have you had that
Okay,
channel
I'm bored. I don't care about her channel. Actually, no, you know what? Let's listen to a little bit more.
for?
13 years.
So 13 years of your life recorded on that YouTube channel, everything being deleted, you losing monetization. How did you handle that mentally? Because it's essentially your life's work. Your health.
Leave Casey alone, Rachel. Yeah, see, this is how she's justifying it, though, because this is what she was saying in those videos where she was talking about the kicks incessantly. It's like, if I can prove that she was lying about... Sorry, one moment. Rachel's point of view is, if I can prove that Amber has been lying about DV in one relationship, then that means she's lying about it in others. And so she covers all of this obsessive stalker-like activity by wrapping it up in a nice little benevolent bow, saying, I am fighting for the rights of Casey and his DV done at the hands of Amber. It's very transparent, but yeah, that's why Rachel keeps bringing up Beck and Casey, because of that. She wants to seem, vindicated in that way.
33 right now?
Calling her YouTube channel her life's work is so sad.
35.
35. Fuck. So since you were 22, you've been putting your life out there on a YouTube channel, and it's all gone. Has that affected you mentally?
247 super chatted $19.99. Did you threaten Jade's job if she did an interview with Snowflake? Thoughtful face emoji.
I don't know who Jade is.
Literally, no. I don't even talk to her anymore. So if you're hearing that from Snowflake, he loves to lie, and I have evidence of that.
Okay.
Show it. Show it then, hun. Right, I'm bored. Let's stop watching that bit. There's one more final bit we're going to dive into. So right near the end of the live, she's given the opportunity, kind of, to apologise to Rarity, and it's quite a telling, interesting little clip. So let's watch that now. It's 1 hour 53 in, roughly. This, I don't know, got my spidey senses tingling when I watched it, so let's watch it again.
Yeah, socially. Is there anything else? Have you... Like, okay, people want me to ask you to say sorry about the Rarity thing, but who do you say sorry to? Right? I feel like you're sorry.
I'm sorry to... No, I am sorry to... This is something I deal with in my personal life. I cry about this all the fucking time. All the time.
Crazy that. Look, she's... Would you like an opportunity to say sorry to your cat who, through negligence or in some manner of your own, ended up getting...
Pammy Poodle. What a good call. Very telling that Amber classifies those who aren't inclined to be violent as pathetic losers. That is telling. Very good catch.
Getting out, or through malicious intent. Either way, the cat got out on your watch and wasn't microchipped and didn't have a collar. This is your opportunity, Amber. Would you like to apologise? Do you want to say sorry to the cat? And instead of grabbing that and saying, yeah, I'm so sorry that happened, I take accountability for that. Instead of that, she goes, it was so hard for me. I cry every day. It's so difficult for me. Me, I. Self. It's all about her. It's all about how she feels. Her animals have always been and will continue to be an extension of her ego. They are there because they are obsessed with her. She wants them to make her feel good about herself. There is nothing genuine or real about her relationship to her animals. She does not care about them. She cares about how they make her feel loved because she is lonely. Her opportunity here to apologise for what happened to her.
So I agree with all of that. And considering that we haven't seen a lot of evidence of Rachel being able to step out of her own head or her own perspective, it always makes me wonder when she actually does have a really good take like this. I tend to think that maybe either she's witnessed it or she's been that person, or there's something that she can draw on where she actually understands this dynamic for some reason. Every now and then there's that good take. It's like when she was also talking about the sexuality. All of a sudden, it's not in absolutes. It's like, I couldn't possibly be in Amber's head. I don't know who she fancies. I don't know, and all of a sudden it's this open-mindedness from Rachel, but it's only in very select things where she is able to draw on personal experience. What that means, I don't know. Just an observation.
A cat is now being turned into an opportunity for her to make it about herself, and talk about her suffering. So narcissistic.
I'm sorry to Rarity that I didn't realize she was missing sooner.
So when did you realize she was?
Yeah.
That's so... Oh God, imagine your opportunity. I'm sorry to Rarity that I didn't realise she was missing sooner. In a live stream where she's refused to specify when she noticed that Rarity was missing, when in fact, when she noticed that, is one of the main lies in the Rarity story. What a piece of shit. How about you apologise that you didn't take Rarity to get microchipped, like your audience suggested? How about you apologise for taking her to Wisconsin to live with strangers who already had pets in the first place? How about you apologise for the fact that the poor little cat didn't have a collar? How about you apologise for the fact that you fed her out of a huge heaving bowl of food for most of her life? How about you apologise to Twinkie for the fact that she never gets fucking walks? Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's just...
Veronica, thank you so much. You want to, I guess, punch Rachel in Minecraft, of course. Do you know, I feel like such a boomer every time this reference is brought up. Somebody has explained it to me, but I still don't fully understand. Because I'm like just sitting here going, I don't get it. I've been playing Minecraft for years. I don't understand the reference. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate you. As always, you've been so generous this time. In this stream, this entire stream. That's quite rich. Who's supposed to accept that apology? That's no one's place. Who is Rachel or any viewer to demand that apology? I don't get the reasoning of that on that. Sorry. I don't think you should apologize. It was weird. It was really weird. It's just a catch-all for meaning not in real life. Wow, that's a claim to fame. If you do it in Minecraft, is it real? Okay. So, okay, so this just seems inefficient to me, right? So people say in Minecraft, so everyone knows they don't mean in real life. Is it not more efficient to just say, like, not IRL? I don't know. Your 31 and the Minecraft thing has been going over you too. Clearly the reactors you want to roll to boom it. I'm not down with what the youths are saying. I'm not hip. But usually when it's a gaming reference, I'm on it. But yeah, that one just kind of sneaked up on me for some reason.
It's like sick fuckery that you can be in charge of an animal and be this much of a horrible, nasty person. Like, it makes me so angry. Oh, she's nodding like, can you all agree with me? I'm such a victim. I'm sorry that I didn't realise when you got let out. How about sorry that you got out in the first place? How about sorry that I took you to a fucking a state 12 hours away and then abandoned you and left and came back to Oklahoma? Honestly, God, guys, this is just infuriating. I'm gonna have a hot bubble bath after this because, my God.
Okay. So YouTube doesn't allow us to threaten people, which fair. To me, what that calls for is getting way more creative with your words, not just in Minecraft. It's so dull. I want a different insinuation. I had no idea what that meant, so thank you. Or Voldemorting, not a clue. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, either way, regardless of whose fault it was, like I can imagine that having a pet, like run out the door or whatever, would probably haunt someone for the rest of their life.
And it does, because I'm constantly wondering, like, is she dead? Or did someone find her and they're loving her just as much as I did? Or is she in a bad home? Like, I will never know.
My God, I'm sorry, but the crocodile tears, and I wonder if she's in a bad home. She was in a bad home with you, hun. She was in a very bad home with you. I hope to God Rarity got picked up by some nice family.
I agree. Hello, Salty Seahorse. Do I... Oh, dear. Am I about to look really... Stop making me feel like a boomer, guys. I try very hard to remain relevant and clued in. I have no idea what maths is. What is maths? I guess I don't, because I have no idea. Voldemorting is like shunning, not even allowed to say their name. Yep. He who shall not be mentioned. Go touch grass, Rachel. Oh, Cramlings, thank you. Married at First Sight. I do not. I actually watch exactly zero television or like streaming platforms other than YouTube. All of my entertainment is on YouTube. Because I just think that YouTube has so much better to offer than actual, funded programming.
But it's the victim card from Amber about the loss of a pet who is missing because of her own negligence. That is never going to fly with me. I'm sorry. I do not feel sorry for you. This is your fault.
The unknown is like really painful.
Oh, the unknown is painful? You know the pain that Rarity would have felt out in that fucking freezing cold. You know the unknown Rarity would have felt when she didn't have her cat spidey senses to work out where her home was because she'd been driven 12 hours in the wrong direction. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you and your narcissistic victim Lynn bullshit. Suck my... Okay, I'm not going to say that part. Edit that out. Seriously, though. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious this is a weight on you that's been
Oh, fuck
heavy,
off.
right?
Nah.
As much as people want to judge you and they want you to, feel bad about it, I imagine you're making yourself feel the worst about it. Like, as much as what people get...
piss off. Honestly, piss off. She's not a victim. This is her fault. She's lied about the situation. Tech, honestly, like, you are done, in my opinion. Like, that's enough now. Like,
she appears to be very heated about the fact that Amber has lied. I can't summon the emotion for that. It's normal for Amber. Who knows? Maybe a wild theory. EM? Who is EM? Emily? Oh, Emily knows what happened to Rarity. Maybe even had a play in the going missing, but they are so codependent that even if ALR knows it, she can't tell. Ooh, I hope not. That's rough. Something bothered Rachel. Oh dear. She's very invested in this Amber lying situation. Very invested. And I do to a point kind of understand, because when it comes to the animal stuff, I get very heated. I know that. That makes sense in my life though, since like the entirety of my life is centered around making animals' lives better. So of course that's a direct offense to me. Why is Amber lying a direct offense to Rachel? How does that make sense?
Like, stop it. She is not the victim. She is not the victim. The innocent animal is the victim. She's a liar. She's an abuser. She hasn't taken care of her animals ever. What a joke. What a joke.
You can say that's your pet and you've always been openly in love with your animals. This is very tough for you to even deal with.
Oh, fetch me a fucking bucket. Someone cry me a river. Get out the smallest violin in the world. Seriously. What? Like, nah. Bullshit.
Yeah, every time I talk about her, I cry. That's in my real life even. Like, it's just... Oh, I
Was
just
that
missed her.
Twinkie barking that I just heard there?
I
Anyways,
mean, I watch true crime and some of the
Dogs bark. So, hey, French. Hello. Oh, also, I've just been reminded all of a sudden. My merch giveaway has officially ended now that everybody is out of February all over the world. So I'll be contacting people very shortly. And I've noticed that depending on what login you use and who's looking at the, like, you know how it's the comments get sorted by top, it seems to change the order depending on who's looking at what and who's commented on what. So what I'm going to do is actually go through and look for the highest level of upvotes, and those people will be contacted. So just be aware that if you did enter and it looks like yours is at the top, it may be just because that's your message at the top. So I'm looking for upvotes. But yes. Theory, she's heated about the fact that Amber lies because it's the only firm fact she's got. Thus, Rachel can build her own credibility on this base. A solid one.
most insane cases
I hear
or
Twinkie barking.
frustrating cases are the ones where they still never found the person and they're just quote unquote missing. And I cannot imagine like the feeling of literally just not knowing what the fuck happened.
Oh, she knows. Even if she doesn't know where exactly Rarity is or what became of her, she knows significantly more than she's admitted. Okay, possible I've gone in a bit too hard. That's enough now. Like, I'm sick of listening to her lies. I'm gonna stop watching this video here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys are probably on a similar kind of page to me with this. It's just, it's not good enough, it's not believable, it's poor, it always has been poor, it's riddled with lies and bullshit and deflection and narcissism and neglect, it's embarrassing, and I think it's actually shameful that YouTube are even considering remonetizing somebody who would behave in this manner and monetize content.
Are they considering it? Do we have any insight at all whether YouTube has actually been considering? See, the thing is, I don't necessarily know if Amber will tell us if she's been declined. I think she'll just stay on the LCU. So my theory is if we don't, the longer we don't hear anything, the more likely it is that she's been denied, is my theory. Purple. A dog barks and Amber lies. Rachel, you're a veritable Sherlock Holmes. Yes. Maybe Amber holds up, because Amber holds up a mirror to Rachel that Rachel doesn't want to face. Yes. They do twin an awful lot. I think we're pretty much at the end where she's just summing up her thoughts, but let's just see.
About this. You know, she made money off that video. She made money off that live stream where she claimed that Emily let Rarity out, where she told us this second Rarity story. She has profited cold, hard cash off that video where she stood in front of that door and explained to everybody how this is the door that Rarity got out, and she demonstrates opening and closing the door. She profited money off that. And I don't know, man. I'm not okay with that. I think she's a sick individual. Let me know what you think in the comments. Sorry for getting angry.
Ugh. Well, we got through that. If she was monetized, she would upload. Yeah, well, maybe. I actually suspect, because Amber has not missed a single show on the LCU, which I did not predict at all. It's somewhat impressive, to be honest. I don't think we've seen Amber work like this on a schedule like this for a really long time. And maybe she actually enjoys the structure of having something like this because she's not relying or dependent on herself. She has somebody else running her schedule for her. So it is possible, you know, she just likes this. You think Emily knows what happened to Rarity too? Oh, it's just so bleak to think about though, isn't it? You don't remember Amber saying she's actually applied again yet. I assume so she can claim she hasn't been denied. Just that she's been too busy with the LCU. You could be right there. All I remember her saying is that tomorrow she could apply. Not that we actually have you know, confirmation that she has reapplied. You think Ambi probably likes the social aspect? Yeah, I think there's a lot about this that really appeals to her. Without the LCU, she has no one to bully or yell at. Valid. Valid. Hope you're feeling better, French, by the way. How did all of the videos go for you? She went live and got the watch hours. Yeah, she did. But one live for 20 minutes or whatever it was doesn't necessarily equate to what YouTube is looking for. Not Rachel calling someone out for profiting off misery, no. At least it was her own. The cat actually didn't seem to have a bad life. Oh, yeah. It depends what perspective you're looking at. And Ayla and her really had that bond, but who am I? I do think there's neglect in other ways. Emily's a YouTube sensation like she dreamed about. But Keem says she can't do lives, she has to do vlogs. Yeah, which I would not be signing that agreement. Absolutely not. All right, my nuggets. Well, it is almost my dinner time, so I have to wrap this up. But we got through an entire video. This was a big video, my nuggets. I'm very proud of us that we got through 1 hour and 12 minutes in 2 hours and 51 minutes. Yeah, no, that's got to be a record for us, I'm thinking. Oh, goodness. Very much. Videos are very interesting. You explain things better than your old therapist. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody who's been in here chatting, and thank you to all of the lurkers. I see you there. I appreciate you. And thank you to all of the replay nuggets. Thank you to those who joined the clucking crew, and Veronica, all of those super chats. My goodness, madam, thank you so, so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever's going on, and we shall reconvene on my next stream. But for now, that is all the clucks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.